Bro, why do I feel like I've heard this song in some Black Ops 2 edit 13 years ago? Genji and Complexity, bro. We get a Sparty Ryan rematch. I like that. Bro, we gotta watch the video on their beef, I'm not gonna lie. Hang on, my screen's gonna go black for a second. I apologize. Okay, we're back. Sorry about that.
When two big name players start chirping at each other, and I mean really going at it, it's usually time to grab some popcorn because there isn't anything quite like it.
Yeah, I do talk trash a little bit.
So when Ryanoob got up into Spartan's face after a tight win at New Orleans 2018, it generated a massive spark of energy that the Halo scene had been missing for quite some time. Behind every piece of drama though, there's a bit of history, and main stage trash talk has been a staple of esports since before Gandhi brought a roll of toilet paper on stage for T-Squared. This is the tale of a longtime Halo vet bringing the energy against someone he had been having words with for a good while.
Absolutely, he's been a top 8 player his entire career. He got lucky, he got overrated, got on some good teams that carried him. This event, he didn't have that. This event, he did not have a team to carry him, and we beat him.
Of a newer player catching up to and surpassing the person he had been competing against for
Not gonna lie, that
years,
shit was
resulting
crazy,
in
bro.
one of Halo 5's most iconic moments. This is the story of Ryanoob versus Spartan.
Goodness, did you see that? Ryanoob just getting right up in Spartan's face.
Before we get to the main course, I have to set the table and introduce our characters for today's story. On one side, you have Ryan Geddes, originally known as a really good noob before shortening it to just Ryanoob. Ryanoob began his career competing in the last year of Halo 3. He found particular success at the Nashville 2010 Combine, placing 3rd in the FFA and winning the 4v4 with his team Adrenaline Rush. Ryan has continued to compete consistently since then, only taking minor breaks during Halo 4 and Reach when they were still using the Bloom settings, so you can't really blame him for that. On the other hand, you have Tyler Spartan Gonza. Originally going by the handle Spartan the Dog, Tyler's first Halo event actually predates Ryanoob's by about 9 months, having finished 3rd in the FFA at Meadowlands 2009. That was the only OG Halo 3 event that Spartan attended though, and unlike Ryanoob, he didn't bother with Reach. Picking the series back up during H4, he's remained in the scene ever since. Now, onto the
That's
juicy
crazy
part.
footage.
For those of you that weren't fortunate enough to be around during the 2012 to 2015 era of esports Twitter, it was something to behold. I mean, it truly was the Wild West. Roster changes were facilitated via DMs, and players would not infrequently announce that they were switching teams twice in the same day, including once where it happened within a half an hour. Any sense of professionalism, for lack of a better word, was completely non-existent at the time. This, of course, extended to the way players spoke to one another. Trash talk was rampant. I don't mean today's, oh, we'll try to meme you in some good-natured humor and maybe get some clout in the process. No, this was pure, unmitigated vitriol.
Yoshi, you didn't even go to school this year! You need to go to school to pursue medicine!
In the case at hand, this was propelled even more by the fact that Spartan came from the Gears of War scene.
That's insane,
How does
bro.
that factor in, you may ask?
Fucking nihil.
Well...
What's it up? Put 2K on! Get the off of me!
Yeah. To say Gears players have no filter would be the understatement of the century. It's an old school, no F's given esport. When you take a player from that environment and transplant them into a group of veterans of a series whose competitive scene was on its deathbed at the time, there's probably going to be some tension. All this to say that Spartan rubbed the Halo community the wrong way at first. Ryan Noob, not being exactly shy to trash talk himself, went back and forth with Spartan on Twitter for a good while. The specifics of what were said aren't terribly important, just know that these players were going to do everything in their power to show the other one up whenever they could. For the first 2 years, Ryan Noob always finished even or ahead of Spartan in tournaments where they both competed. From Halo 4's AGLA 5 Nashville in April of 2013 to Iron Games Atlanta 2 years later. Whether online or on LAN, Spartan just couldn't quite surpass Ryan Noob, though he did definitely establish himself as a pro-level Halo player. It wasn't until the May of 2015 on Halo 2 Anniversary, competing in the second online cup of Season 2 of the HCS Pro League, that Spartan finally outplaced Ryan Noob. Not a large gap, 3rd place versus 5th, 6th, but it was the start of the tables turning in Spartan's favor. Over the next 3 years, Spartan would outplace Ryan Noob in every online and LAN event except one. A qualifier for the 2017 World Championship in which Spartan placed top 64 after Rain and Penguin were swapped out for Suspector and Trippy. Fast forward to July 15th, 2018, Memorial Convention Center in New Orleans, Louisiana. At this event, when pool play came around, Spartan's Elevate squad, made up of himself, L-Town, Falcated, and Sabinator, and Ryan Noob's team Trifecta, consisting of himself, Shooter, Musa, and Rain, drew the same group. When the two faced off initially, Elevate swept the series 3-0, with only Game 2 going down to the wire in a 50-47 finish. After the final flag cap went in, Spartan immediately started yelling across the stage before proceeding to snub Ryan Noob during the handshake.
Right here, and then Spartan does a great job pushing bottom middle and making sure that he gets a guy to no shield, standing up, talking smack to Ryan. You knew it was going to come as soon as they clutched up that game. I mean, Spartan once again backing up his smack dog.
This helped secure Elevate's place in the winners bracket by finishing 2-1 in the group, while Trifecta was at the bottom, losing all 3 matches and started in round 1 of the losers bracket as a result. As the tournament played out, the teams found themselves in a rematch in losers round 4, fighting for their tournament lives. Game 1 was Plaza Strongholds. Despite a decent effort from Trifecta, Elevate would take the first map 100-66. Game 2 was a tight Slayer match on Truth. Trifecta got out to an early lead and never looked back, closing it out 50-46. Echelon Oddball didn't do anything to lower the viewers' blood pressure, as Elevate squeaked out the 150-144 victory. Needing to win Game 4, Trifecta came out swinging, taking a 2-0 lead in Refuge CTF.
From Elevate, stops that flagpole from happening.
Yeah, they stopped the flag run, but it's still not over just yet. That flag does get touched by Musa. Ryan gets a double kill. This flag is making it all the way back, Golden Boy.
This might be the second cap. Musa slides right in, and that is gonna do it.
Not once to roll over, and certainly not so when there was an opportunity for Spartan to beat Ryan Noob on the line, Elevate capped a pair of flags themselves to tie things up at 2.
Gonna be tied up here, ladies and gentlemen.
With around 3 minutes left, Trifecta was able to scrape together a cap and force the series to a Game 5.
For the stop, but Rain's gonna bring the flag up, and we're going to Game
Yo, it's good,
5,
Ryko.
baby.
I know, bro. I
Plaza
know.
Team Slayer.
It is so
This was
nice to
every
look
competitive
at.
Halo fan's dream scenario. 2 rivals on even teams duking it out in Game 5, and to stay alive.
What's
in the
good, brother? How you
tournament,
doing
no
tonight?
less. The game did not disappoint either, with the teams being tied at 38 with 2 minutes left. Off the back of a double kill from Musa, Trifecta smelled blood in the water. With Rain locking things down with the sniper, they were able to start pushing and getting picks.
Kills. Now they have control and the lead.
Trifecta only knows one speed, and that is very fast, because that is how they push onto their opponents and don't give them any kind of breathing room there. Spartan tried to go for some no-scopes because he didn't have anyone there to protect him. Now
to put the final nail in the coffin, Musa was able to steal the overshield from the hands of Sabinator, allowing Trifecta to start pushing even more.
23 seconds left on the clock. Overshield's going to be up in a few.
Sabinator just snuck on over there. We keep wondering how they get those overshields.
Oh, he got it! He got it!
Both those players grab at the same time. Musa comes out ahead.
After that, it was just a matter of making sure to trade off any deaths, and with 24 seconds on the clock, Rain took out Falcated to bring home the series. That's when all hell broke loose.
Rain with the stop, and that is going to be sweet, sweet victory for Trifecta. And look at that. Oh my goodness, did you see that Rhino just getting right up in Spartan's face?
Luckily for everyone involved, there was an absolute unit of a stage referee to make sure things didn't come to blows, but the two were heated. After Ryanoob's chirping, Spartan shouted back, quote, "You're fucking trash, and you always will be."
And I think what was said was, "We just beat you in a game 5." I think that's exactly what was said.
Ryanoob took the chance during the post-series interview to throw even more shade, calling Spartan overrated and saying that he got lucky to be on teams that carried him.
He's been a top 8 player his entire career. He got lucky. He got
Oh, did you see it in
got on
theaters,
some good
Ryko?
Teams that carried him. This event, he didn't have that. This event, he did not have a team to carry him, and we beat him.
Spartan would get the last laugh, winning all but one
Gotta
of the
act
rivals'
like
remaining
you won the
battles
Super Bowl,
during
bro.
Halo 5 cycle. There is a relatively happy ending to all this, though, as the pair would eventually overcome their animosity to team together in the middle of 2020 for a few online events, placing 3rd, 4th in one of the H3 MCC Pro Series weeks, as well as top 8 and top 16 in a couple of the Halo 5 Pro Series weeks. Good rivalries bring a lot to the table for esports. They make
And
everything
they
more
made up
intense,
again
increase viewership, and just in general drive
and
extra
teams
traffic
reunited,
to that
and
particular
then
esport. Something that's
they
especially
hated each other
important
again.
for a series in Halo's current state. But if we learned anything from this pair's
And then they
battles,
kinda made
it's that
up,
sometimes
and now I
even
think
a
they don't
spark
like each
can be
other.
taken down by a really good noob.
With the stop, and that is going to be
This shit's criminal, dude.
for Trifecta. And look at this.
This shit's criminal. Have we started yet? No, we have not. Oh my god, yes we have.
Their control.
Let's go, lock in everybody.
Common trying to rotate aggressively through the outside to manipulate the next set of spawns. Also take A if possible. Doesn't want to step in it yet to reveal his location, but now that the location is known, they should step into A here. Looks like 2-3 dead now for Gen G. Complexity with the chance to get back in.
They're trying to battle back.
Yo, it's good, Jack of Hearts.
Those shots on the common, but it's a backed up fight.
I mean, in my opinion, no. I mean, I think Halo 5 is.
They know where their next.
I think Halo 5 is like.
2 players sitting into the back, breaking.
I don't know if I'd say it's the best Halo, but
to make a difference,
it's certainly up there for
Yeah,
me.
they definitely know. The nades are coming out. Breaking shots stood no chance, and now with AC control, camouflage is coming up, and Mental's winning the fight. Mental
Like,
gets 5
I'm a Halo
perfect
5
shots.
guy,
That
so
should be
like,
enough to at least secure
you're
the
not gonna have a hard
camouflage
time convincing
for
me of
this
that.
Complexity squad on their way to
Because I also
back
like,
into this game.
I don't necessarily dislike
Sparty
Infinite,
with
but
the
it is
clean
definitely not my
double kill
favorite.
trade. Somehow getting 2
Definitely
in
not
that
my
situation.
favorite.
Complexity back in
Well, it's good,
control
Jack of
of
Hearts.
this
Good
map.
to see you, man.
Only have A and C though, which don't typically connect to one another.
Hope everybody's
Ryan
doing
with
well.
the
Hope
big win
everybody's
on
chilling.
Mental will
Everybody's
secure
vibing.
A, but how does Complexity handle this? They probably want to go for B next, but they need some kills before they can.
No, I'm
Complexity
agreeing with
3
you, Jack of
down.
Hearts.
It's gonna be the
I'm
2
saying
cap
like
that
I'm a Halo
secure
5
for Gen
like I'm a
G
Halo
at the
5
moment.
kid.
Ryan is the only player
I
alive for his squad.
love Halo
Now
5.
A,
You're not gonna have a hard time
able to
convincing me
get
that
the
that
lead.
shit
We
was
see
better.
the team spawn starting to head
I don't like
that way.
Infinite
Gen
anywhere
G
near as
still
much as I like
expanding
Halo
as they
5.
start to hit their fights down into the middle of the map.
Halo 5 is probably my
Players
favorite
weak
game
as
of all
Mental
time.
tries desperately to get his shield back, but they're starting to win the fights at B.
Certainly
There's
my
one player
favorite
from
like
behind.
multiplayer
Complexity,
competitive game of all
precision
time.
versus Common. The one-on-one with the spawn from Husk comes
Nah,
in.
no,
They're
you're
gonna
good.
be able to at least continue on with their B push, but can they get the secure? Yes, they can.
Oh shit.
He shot the grenade there. It got the damage down so his teammate could finish that off. This is going insane though. Multiple zones flipping across the map.
Well, yeah,
And
what's
now
going
it's
on?
going to be an all-out brawl for the B stronghold as A and C both change hands. What do they do from here? Ryan gonna try to be
Rhinoob's
sneaky
ratting
on
at
the outside.
A. Oh my god, it
Ryan's
might
able to
work.
get the correct
And it might
timing.
work.
He's gonna find an easy
my god, where's
kill
Huss?
for the first, and Huss is the next target. And
Oh
he's
my god, and
working
Ryan
that
fives the
wall
fuck
perfectly.
out of him.
Down
Trip
for
cap
Complexity.
cheese
It's
for
not
Gen
just
G.
control, it's total control, and they just need a couple more
Ryan
seconds.
with a
There's
Thanos
nothing
play at the end of the
Complexity
game.
can do.
Wow.
Gen G get over the
Wow.
despite every everything that was against them. The killing frenzy, the kill-tacular from Spartan does not matter. The
Spartan got a kill tac and
that
lost?
do are the 250th, and Ryan helped secure game 1 for Gen G.
What incredible fundamentals on display for Gen G. Also the tenacity after the other player is on a killing frenzy, hits the kill-tacular clip.
30 and 15 for
you
Spartan
still
for the
don't
loss.
back
What
down.
the
By
fuck?
way, Sparty somehow finishing double positive, 30 and 15, towering over the lobby. Not a single other player even higher than 17. Look at this metal. I mean,
What the
that's
hell?
an absolute anomaly. I mean, this is shades of Formal in the grand finals, hitting a kill-tacular on this very map and still losing the tournament. Like, mind-blowing stuff.
Yeah, this is so sick. And then boom, the help along the way to make the shots easy at the end. I
Oh
love
my
that.
God.
Let's take it from the beginning. What do you see here?
I can't believe we missed this. My bad.
What's the key to Spartan's kill-tacular?
I mean, it's Gen G trying to get C control, the movement, the decision to go top center. He's doing it so fast I can barely keep up with the commentary for it, but his routing was just flawless there. He knows exactly what complexity they're going to go for. It's the beginning of the
Jesus.
game. They're trying to get control, and then complexity just take over the entire game off the back of Sparty's play.
And then we saw slowly Gen G start to find their control. They get into their pocket. This felt like a huge fight where King Nick was able to win A, and eventually the trip cat came in. What did you start seeing go right for Gen G to start this comeback?
I mean, Ryan picking very intentional spots to hold on the map while his team has the positions. It's strongholds. The objective is to hold onto the zones that you have. I think Ryan played that beautifully by sitting in spots that complexity don't expect, by catching them off guard, getting free picks, and then with that numbers advantage, pushing into the next set of spawns for complexity to completely control the map. They're manipulating the spawns almost perfectly, but more importantly than that, just rotating around the map in such perfect sync with one another. This was Ryan winning a big 1v1 against Huss that really sealed the deal.
Yeah, that was almost, I mean, that was game winning at the end, but remember what we saw before that? It was Ryan who he was sitting at that window just waiting, right? Sitting down low, waiting for that chance to go in. What is he waiting for, right? When players really slow themselves down in those positions, what's the idea behind it?
I mean, the idea is you think an enemy player spawned nearby, and that's the route that they're most likely to take next. So that's Ryan thinking ahead like a chess player. It's like, I know you want to move your bishop into the A stronghold, so I'm going to place my knight in this position to take it as soon as you think you're going to take it. So beautiful chess move there from Ryan, and huge reason why they're able to come back.
It's a massive comeback. The mental of complexity right now has to be a little bit shot when you think about how dominant they were to start that game. In particular, I mean, Spartan, when you finish a game 30 and 15 and you felt as dominant as you were,
and you lose,
I don't know how you're supposed to be able to reset yourself.
That's tough, and you know that this squad, they have some strong mental fortitude, though. I think complexity, I mean, Mental himself said on our couch at Arlington that he thinks this squad is clutch. Obviously,
yo, Nemesis, thank you for the follow, bro.
End up clutch in the series that mattered, that had them exit against this very team on land, but
also
it's not always going to happen. This team,
Ryko, I don't know if I ever responded to this,
strong and should be just fine going into
but
game 2.
that's fucking sick, bro. I want to see episode 3 in theaters so bad.
Versus the individual play, right? So we saw Spartan have a fantastic game.
I'm sorry, I thought that earlier. I don't know if I said it out loud.
Gen G, everyone was about doing the same amount of work for their roster. I mean, everyone having around those same kill marks.
Oh, I guess we're just waiting on this lobby to form.
I feel like it
oh no, this is the same shit.
Everyone was within at least 3 kills of each
Somebody
other.
just had to restart their game, I guess.
The same amount with the deaths. It felt like they were a more cohesive unit than necessarily what we're seeing from complexity, which is more bang or boom.
Yeah, I mean, it's I think a very well explained sentence for the situation. It's just Gen G seem to have a plan in all their situations, and when they activate, they do it as a unit, and that's why their stat grouping is so close to one another, because all of the actions they take are with a singular purpose in mind. It felt like at times complexity are like dominating individually, but then the team have different ideas for what to do next, and it feels like they need to get back on the same page. I think that that's crucial, especially in a game mode like strongholds. You want to know, is it time to go for a BC hold? Is it time to go for an AB hold? Are we going to flip the map here? And if everybody can get on the same page, they'll look a bit better in strongholds.
Now, as we move forward, we look at Aquarius Slayer, and Aquarius, one of those maps that's been here since year one and only has 2 game types, right? It's Flag and Slayer, and many people would say this is one of those game modes that is kind of solved, right? Like most players understand what the win conditions are to get your victories on Aquarius. What do you think is the key for both these teams coming into this game to have some success on this Slayer?
You got to have space, but you got to have angles that complement one another. So like typically you want to have at least 1 or 2 players top center, maybe one's P2, one's car 3. You want to also hold down a base. If you hold those 3 spots, you know the other team is going to spawn on the opposite side of the map. You just got to manipulate the spawns in a way that make the next play easier. So you want to have more information, more percentage chance for the game to play out the way you expect it to. If too many players on your team are in the center of the map, it's going to make the next set of spawns more difficult to read. So let's see how these guys play it.
Let's lock ourselves in. Gen G win game 1 after
lock ourselves in. Let's go, man.
Display, I mean, despite the monstrous display from Spartan, and now can go up 2-0 in this series. First camouflage won by Ryan Noob, and surprisingly was able to stay alive despite all that pressure. This camo will still go loose, and so far Gen G been really capitalizing off this camo.
Yeah, Ryan taking a great route to get involved in the action, gets a couple of melees, has teammates overlooking him now, takes the high ground. Like we talked about, they've got space, but they're also positions that complement one another. We see a member of Gen G expanding out to yellow to force the next set of spawns. This next play should be easier. Ryan Noob knows exactly where they're coming from next.
And Ryan Noob going from that back player to now into the front line, slowing this pace down. I mean, honestly, this is a crawl. You don't normally see this after a 4 down, but Ryan Noob now gonna dip his toes in. He's checking all the corners, and they go together. It was basically a firing squad, but Mental says, I don't care. Dodges left and right, is able to at least take one with them, and honestly shocked that he was able to find what both those players were ready for him.
Ryan, so smart. You gotta imagine though, he's teamed with just about everybody in this lobby at some point in time, so he knows exactly like, hey, they might be hiding in this gen. I've seen these players do this before. And that's why he checks that corner, and it pays off in a huge way. They maintain their advantage and are still doubled up on the lead.
You see all the action starting to head over towards this car side. King Nick, though, is able to infiltrate those back lines, and the rest of complexity start to fall. It's only Spartan that's alive, and they know his position. The spawners will help reinforce, and Gen G
I didn't think about that, actually. That's like an interesting ass point. Ryan Noob has literally teamed with every single person in his lobby, I'm pretty sure.
He might just take it a mile. He's starting to get kills.
He played with Mental on Shopify.
The former teammate, they got
he played with Sparty on
all the way back in
what,
year 1, but Ryan Noob,
Complexity and
comes from the back,
United,
kill, and that will be enough to secure
and he played with Precision and Hustle on Complexity. Am I right?
This is so perfectly timed for Gen G. It's also exactly what they need to maintain their advantage state and just start to suffocate.
Oh my god, imagine.
Complexity. If he got that kill, I would have freaked out, but Mental, he holds strong in this case.
Well, I feel like that's what we've seen all from Mental this game, is holding strong. He has been in disadvantageous positions time and time again, but able to find some crucial kills. Ryan Noob gets his revenge in the middle of the map, though. 21 to 13. Let's put one on.
Has he ever played with himself?
Gen G
he probably wishes he could. I bet Ryan Noob the type of motherfucker that wishes he could just play with 4 of himself.
Trades are always there.
You know what I'm saying?
Trades are the name
but nah,
of the
bro,
game.
no bullshit.
You have the lead. If you're on the side of Complexity in this spot, you've got to start getting kills and also keeping your teammates alive in the process.
I brought this up before.
Rushing in
but
for a trade.
I watched his brother Ryan Noob bring his baby to the bar after a Halo event.
Can get better space on the map, but
like
if it doesn't,
he was at the bar, like the after party after the Halo event, with the baby like slung around his shit.
See King Nick having himself a hot start to this game.
Like that's like the most legendary thing I've ever seen in my life.
We didn't get to see a lot of King Nick in year 3. And
baby
honestly,
came to the after party, bro.
He was talking about how
I don't think the baby had
anything
to drink though.
Fire weapons. That's where he's his best. But Spartan, he's finding himself into deep enemy lines, only able to take one despite having
I tip it as well.
Players ahead of him. And we're seeing Gen G continue on. I mean, that 7 to 8 kill lead. It's not shrinking.
I'm seeing better spacing on the map from Gen G. Seems like Complexity often fighting out of smaller parts of the map. They don't have many escape options. If they get weak and run away, there's another member of Gen G waiting for them time and time again, and that's what's kept them in the lead. They are starting to right the ship at least a little bit here, but when Mental goes down, and this is looking like it's going from bad to worse. We're at now, what is it, 7 kill difference? This is going to be tough.
Yeah, the big thing is we just haven't seen that number change. It's just trade after trade, as Huss is going to try to make the difference. Into the front lines he goes, able to find that first pick, and King Nick goes down quickly after. So for the first time, we see a dip below 7, just a 6 kill deficit now, as Complexity was able to find not just those kills, but untraded kills, something that we just had not seen from them in these last few engagements. But Mr. Noob, Ryan, has the camouflage to work with as the lead is shrinking.
Oh, Ryan does go down. It's now just a 5-kill game. Complexity need to make sure they sync up with one another. That's why we see Sparty closing the gap between himself and Precision.
Yeah,
Precision are going to try to get out. Yeah, Precision.
He got all, but they don't get. They're just running as a unit. They were all scans.
I think it was just 2. He didn't get the Odin's Raven medal, but still, that was a lot of intel. He should have been able to at least see the ones that weren't scanned. Now it's still a 5-kill deficit, though. They've been training a bit too much. Wow.
King Nick. Man, King Nick has really been feasting off these assists. 17 kills for him now, as he's double positive throughout this game. And Complexity, they're just running out of runway. And I mean, man, King Nick is just, it feels like he's always hunting down that one-shot player.
He's so good at listening to his team. He's just a turret on the map. I mean, doesn't even need to say a lot if he's always listening and placing himself in the perfect spot to follow up on his teammates' damage. Now they look to collapse here into the base. Does Complexity have an answer?
Oh, someone had him from behind. King Nick not going to be able to get out because of Huss's play, but it's a 6-kill deficit. They need 10 before Gen G puts 4 on the board. This camouflage is going to be crucial to that equation, but I don't know if the math adds up. Too many variables to deal with.
Yeah, this is probably the best spawn you could hope for from them, though. On the side of Complexity, Huss able to get.
Bro, yeah, the baby was
now
knocked out.
It's only a 3-kill game. This is all of a sudden very
The baby was not
doable,
awake at all.
and they just need to find this
Baby
next set of
was
spawns. They need to
big
do
chillin'.
so quickly before Complexity have a chance to get space.
And they're able to get that 3 down without going for camo, so now they have a full camo to work with. Mental getting the info for his team. He'll get the first shots down. The next player pushes forward, still just making everyone one shot, but there's no kills coming in for Complexity. Mental finally able to clean up 2. It's just a 1-kill game.
48-47.
Ryan Noob last alive for Gen G as he goes to hide. Will Complexity know the spawns? It's important, imperative for Gen G to find a correct timing here, and here goes Ryan Noob. He's able to get over to
He's just hauling ass. What the
He's
fuck?
going to expand all the way across the map.
I don't know if I like this. I think he got.
Let's get one tie game.
The go ahead to move forward. You got some call outs of enemy players. Will it pay off? I feel like he took
the separation. Gen G is completely away from Ryan Noob.
What the hell? There's a trade bottom middle? Why are we running out the bottom of the map? Oh my god!
It's gonna be Complexity that finds their answer.
What the hell? No way.
49.
They were down the entire game until the last kill. Was the first lead they had this game when they got to 50?
I'm pretty sure that's what it was. You don't see that every day.
Oh my god. Talk about clutch.
Well, let's take a moment and kind of think about what transpired. Remember, we took a look at the score at 46-40. And we're saying, hey, you know, this might be too much.
Bro, that shit was insane. What's up, Viz?
This game, but then we saw a quick
that shit was crazy.
Of Gen G where 3 players went down towards the end game. It felt like the winds had shifted at that point. What did you notice about how Complexity was playing it and why they were successful in these last 10 kills?
I hope we get to the replay where Ryan is in the fridge. It's probably after this one here. Huss gets this double kill. It's actually a 4 dead. So this is a point where you want to find Gen G spawn quickly and put yourself in position to shut them down. We see Mental pick this up, but then Ryan's play here, he actually doesn't push top center. We actually skipped it because it was a lull in the action, but he had the option to push top center and follow up on his teammates' damage, and we're certainly calling people out, but he decided to push all the way through. I think that might have been a mistake, a rare mistake on the side of Ryanu, but I'm sure he had a reason to do it.
see as we go back, we look at these final moments. Here we go.
Oh, yeah, here
Ryan over into the fridge. So you're saying instead of pushing all the way through to the fridge, you would like to see him take a more middle position towards the middle map.
His entire team spawns on his right. He finishes the L shape here. He's just worried about getting melted, I guess. But like, if you just look to your right and help your teammates in this fight, maybe he kills King Nick. Maybe Huss doesn't die. I feel like there was a missed opportunity here.
That was the thing that surprised me the most, was he didn't even look towards his right. And I did have a chance to speak to Ryan Noob about this, strategy that he's been employing. And he says he doesn't look for cross map fights ever. And that's one of his patented parts of his gameplay these days, is he wants to take those close quarters engagements. And maybe that's a situation where you see that thought process come into play, where he's not trying to even generate damage across the map. He decides to try to get through and maybe try to isolate a player towards the fridge. But like you said, there was no one to isolate, right? There was nothing in the direction that he was heading, and he didn't get any of that information for his team. Despite, a 17-9 performance, it really, the only thing that matters is the very final play.
Yeah, I don't know. I would love to hear his thoughts on it. I would consider Ryan one of the smartest players in the game. Everything he does is for a reason, but that's a spot that I think a lot of players would have found the cross angle to help their teammates win that fight and could have been a difference maker. I don't think they expect Ryan to show up P2 if they just saw 3 players spawn in yellow base. Like, they know Ryan's probably lurking somewhere, but that felt like a missed opportunity.
Remember what we saw early in the game, right? Mental had 14 assists in that game. But the amount of times that we saw him stuck in 1v2s where he was able to find a little bit of value. Remember him getting 2 players looking at him when he's hiding in the corner, able to take 1 with him. All those kills, right? Every little bit of damage that Complexity did that game mattered in the end.
Absolutely, and they forced a game 3, which is massive for the implications of this series. Gen G going up 2-0. You look like they're in prime position to
recharge ball, baby, lock it in.
Keep in mind, it was what, 6
Yo, what's up, Smooth Criminal? How's it going, brother?
7 days ago, yeah, exactly a week from today. They played and it went to game 5 where Gen G came out on top. This series already paid.
Well, it's good, man. It's good to see you. I hope you're doing well today. Good to see you in the chat.
Let everyone know.
And I hope everybody's doing well, man. I hope everybody's chilling. I hope everybody's vibing tonight. We just watching a little bit of Halo. Might play some a little bit afterwards. We'll see.
To call it that. We move into oddball on recharge. It's going to be the swing game on Halo Infinite's longest game time. Get ready to lock in and watch some intense Halo.
Okay. Looks like Camo does get burned.
Yeah, longest game type, bro. Jesus.
Opening not as consequential, I feel like, compared to some other modes, but in this case, Mental able to quickly get the ball into pipes. Typically, it takes a bit longer for a team to feel comfortable enough to go for the grab, but great recognition of that window of opportunity by Mental.
Yeah, Mental throwing that ball over to his teammate. He has that shock rifle in his hands. He doesn't want to have that ball.
Yeah, man, it's great to see you.
Mental hiding in the stairs. He does hit the headshot on Ryan Noob. He gets the double to go with it. The push continues on, and Mental staying hidden with that shock rifle makes the big difference.
I feel like we haven't seen the Mental that we know and love for a while now. Not that he's been playing bad. It's just like he had so many highlight moments last season. I feel like it's only a matter of time before he's fully back in form and just putting the team on his back. Doesn't start here. Unfortunately, he goes taken down. That's 4 dead for Complexity.
Yeah, I don't think Mental expected to see the rest of his teammates fall with him when he was taking such an aggressive route, but Complexity all going to spawn, and look at this. King Nick, look how aggressive he is onto these spawners. He's trying to get them just seconds off. Precision is desperately trying to stay alive, but I don't know how much further he's going to be able to get away. He goes down from a name.
Yeah, no, I'm going to go grab some. Give me just a second.
Gen G were able to just really pressure all these players immediately off that spawn.
Ryan now able to pick up the oddball. He sat in a pivot position, waited for more information before deciding which way to rotate it. Goes toward gold, which maybe wasn't the best play, as a couple of members of Complexity were ready for it. Now, Precision should be able to get a lot of time here.
Yeah, with Camouflage coming up in 5 seconds, Gen G at least has that seaside control to play for it, but looks like they're more focused onto the break. Breaking shot and King Nick stuck in the tower together, and King Nick with the cross map shot. That BR was able to get 1. He moves his way into Needles, and now Ryan Noob and King Nick working together to trap Complexity. Wow, what a complicated sequence to get away with Campbell, but it all works out for Gen G.
Everyone holding each other's angles and keeping attention for the opposition. Common following up on the damage here. I mean, the teamwork is definitely clicking right now for Gen G, and all things considered, they should be up 2-0 in this series, but are picking up where they left off as far as how dominant they've looked at times throughout the series.
That Mental's the only player alive for his team. You see Complexity starting to get that long haul spawn. All three of them going to be deciding where they're going to push. Ryan has a player up to his right as Common is stuck in the back. He's just looking for this player. I mean, eventually the help comes and Complexity. They just start going down one at a time. Gen G, that ball is going to rotate towards his team, and they've been doing an excellent job of just playing this keep away.
I like what I see here from Common. He actually ignores the ball for a second, tries to push out A. Unfortunately, doesn't work out. Doesn't find a target to catch off guard. Instead, he's the one getting caught off guard, but teammates picking up the pieces here a little bit. Ryan has a shock rifle. Some good nades from Precision slow him. Well, they should have slowed him down, but he just.
All right, I'm back. What did I miss?
I like that. He just like me for real, bro. He just like me for real. 4 players going down.
Did I miss watching Comp Halo? I haven't played the game in a while. I mean, me either, Biz.
He spans all the way back to A. They
especially Infinite. I have not played Infinite in a minute.
The exit completely covered with that shock rifle. Decides to look
I believe I have a thing planned for this week, though. I believe I will be streaming Infinite here in a couple days.
So annoying to play.
Well, I might stream it before then,
just
but I actually have a thing planned for a couple days.
Where you expect him to be, just start shooting you in the back, and then you got to deal with a breaking shot running at you to follow up on the damage. I really love what I'm seeing from this Gen G roster. They make life hell for the other team.
I see Common with this camouflage, going to try to get behind these players. I think that's C, but honestly, he's a bit surprised that he hasn't been able to find him. Finally gets to Huss, but not before Huss wraps that corner. Common essentially out of that play with this camouflage and until the rest of his teammates go down, and that's going to be Complexity grabbing this ball. I mean, Common felt a little bit distant from the rest of his team there.
Doesn't matter though. As he
How did he not get that melee kill?
This play available.
Did he not hit him 3
Gen
times?
G. Had he not got that kill and the kill prior, this could have gotten really bad. Precision does get taken down. Ball precariously out on the battery still. I don't think it quite made it through the ledge. We go back to a brawl here as both teams fight for map control.
That's interesting to drop that in batteries, especially when you don't have the lead. That's going to be a very baitable spot for Gen G now as they have this top control, and Ryan has his eyes on Huss. Huss is one shot desperately trying to get away, but
wow.
Your HDMI port broke? Damn. On what? On like your Xbox or on your monitor or what?
Players at A, players at white, players at
that
long.
Sucks.
They are collapsing upon the rest of Complexity as they open up the A spawn. As they finish the players over at C, they have these guys split and cycled.
That was completely intentional by them, by the way. Ryan looked left, saw where his teammates spawned, correctly deduced where the enemies were spawning, intentionally told him not to push so they could hold the ball even longer, and they might just win the round off of that.
And despite
oh my god,
efforts from Complexity, Gen G just a couple seconds away, and King Nick, he gets 2 seconds in the round. They'll be the final 2 that they need. Oh my, Gen G, what a setup that they had at the end of the game. Really smart plays from them.
They're so good at knowing when it's time to hold the ball, when it's not. By the way, you see that nerdy nade from King Nick? That was a bounce off the curved wall there.
Nading like the Mangler steps.
Pit. I haven't seen anyone throw that nade before, but it just feels like
I haven't seen anybody throw that nade before.
Different moments. It feels a bit more. It's
been a nade for years.
Playbook, like a strategy, whereas Complexity.
Yo, that looked like he was cheating, low-key.
That things will work out.
I don't know. He saw him do that, but
they're not
that was funny.
As cohesive and coordinated the way that Gen G has shown so far.
Ryan just staying hidden with
yeah, me too, Viz. Yeah, that sucks, bro.
His head before he got the damage, and that'll be early time for Ryan Noob and Gen G as long with the shock.
Well, I hope you get it fixed or whatever you need, man.
In their possession,
that
and
sucks.
They're gonna be able to get away with this power weapon with Spartan. Oh my, Spartan was fast. He didn't even have a grapple. He was just sprinting his way to the front line, and he's gonna be able to get that break. Common, the only player alive, and he is across the map.
Gonna chuck the ball towards his team, but no one's here to pick it up, so says I'll do it myself. Trying Trying to see if he can drop the ball and find a pick here. This is kind of a tricky spot. You're just chilling here with Common. You've both got good weapons. And I like this play. They opt to just throw it out entirely and then fight to the death. See how it pans out.
Breaking shot was right there to pick it up, but breaking shot. Are you kidding me, kid? He just runs right into the middle of the action, is able to get the kill against the shock rifle player, and now the setup completely changes. It's all Gen G. As they
That's a lot of damage.
Wow. The noob combo coming into play there into the 1v2 lets them get one of those kills, but it is chaos all over this map. Just players falling left and right, but what remains is Complexity having the control inside the pipes.
Let's see how Gen G approach this. Common's pretty fast on this play. Does he slow down a little bit? No, of course not. Gonna hold forward. Gets the trade that's gonna open the door, force him to push through on the other side. Ryan misses the grapple just slightly. Now gonna try to take on the oddball fight. Sparty with a nice slide out headshot with the bandit. Wins that 1v1, but now he's stuck in a position where he has no way out. And this is just continues to be an all-out war right now in the second round.
And all that chaos, camouflage was picked up. I'm not sure if anyone got away with it though. I mean, with so many players in.
Yeah, me too, Viz. I'm kind of always been an Xbox guy.
It's been burned at this point, and
yeah, that sucks, man. I hope you get it figured out.
Chaos, but Complexity was the one
yeah,
that thrives within it.
I love all parts of Halo. Like, obviously, I'm like a multiplayer competitive guy, but I love the campaigns. I love all of it. So
I don't think there's any quick route for Gen G at this point to get towards this ball.
Yeah, this is a really strong hold, and they continue to stagger.
Yeah, I mean, we don't really know if that's true.
We don't
really know if that's true yet either.
To grab it. They don't know about Hustle.
Damn, did that not hit him?
Does the stick connect? No, neither the plasma pistol nor the sticky connects.
Yeah, we don't know if that's gonna happen, but
it's gonna be a little bit easier for Gen G to hold.
I don't know. It can mean nothing but good things. Like, ultimately, like, it did introduce like some new problems. Like, obviously, we had like the cheating problem and like a few other things. But like, ultimately, when it comes down to it, I think Halo going to PC and then to PlayStation, if that does end up happening, is a good thing. Because I think, given the state of the game at this point in time, I think, okay, that was a sick move.
Look at breaking shots ball time, nearly 2 minutes, 118 seconds.
But I think, given the state of the game right now, the more players, the more better. I don't think we need to have Halo like exclusive to any one platform or exclusive to console or
seemingly shuffled
anything like that. I think the game's already kind of struggling as far as like viewership and player base. So I think ultimately, like, I know that some people aren't a fan of it because of like some of the things that came with it, like the
first approach with 3 going down for Gen G. That should be free.
Like the microtransactions and the season pass model and all the shit in the store. And I know people weren't a fan of it, but like, ultimately, I think Infinite being free to play was like really cool, and I think if the game was a little bit better and had more content, I think it would have been really, really good for Halo. Because a lot of people, like, I feel like Halo is thought of positively and like remembered very, very fondly by a lot of people. Because like when a lot of people talk about Halo, they always talk about like how sick it used to be and how cool it was and how much fun it was when they were growing up and all this shit. So like I think people want to play Halo, and so if you make a game that doesn't suck and have it be available, I think that would be good. This brother is putting the moves on. Holy fuck.
Yeah, okay, they do get control of the oddball once again. So it is Gen G now in position.
Who are we going for here?
Once again to make a good break.
Honestly, I don't really care. Just hoping for some good Halo.
Great timing on both of them. He's going to be able to take the first.
It's a Spartan versus Ryan noob match, so it's always cinema.
Common though was able to keep his life, and with that Complexity,
I wouldn't necessarily call myself a fan of either of them.
Get to that 90-point threshold, and
if anything, I'm definitely probably more a Ryan noob fan.
It's just Common at last alive by this ball, but he could be the guardian needed to keep Complexity away. He needs to win some big fights, damage down, but trade it out.
I can fuck around and root for Gen G here.
So smart by Huss there. Runs well past the oddball, just rushes straight at breaking shot. Knows that even if he dies, he'll at least get some damage down to open the door for Complexity to come through. Plays like that might just secure Complexity the win as we go down to the finish line.
come and had to get right into the face of Precision. No time to wait. They start to see that desperation lead to kill after kill. Complexity tie this up one apiece. One final round to determine it all.
1-1 in the series, 1-1 in the oddball.
Yeah, I mean, that is like an unfortunate downside. Ultimately, like,
if you will, see who takes the lead in the series. This opening break going to be really
as sad as it is as like an Xbox person or like an Xbox fan, like I don't think it's that big of a deal because like a lot of people just have really good PCs these days. Gaming has become so popular and so mainstream. Everybody's got a good PC.
And now Ryan, he didn't have to pop that camouflage right away. He's going to try to maximize his time with the power.
But yeah, I mean, like, really.
Now taking some damage, but taking intelligent.
Really, I mean, the only demands, or the only way that they're driving demand for consoles these days is like sports games.
4 dead for Complexity. These guys are rolling right now, and this might actually be a long.
The only reason people have to buy like a PS5 or an Xbox is for Madden or 2K or some shit like that.
Oh, no. Not gonna get
That's not great.
Near that head. And unfortunately for Gen G,
always 3 rounds for oddball, bro. You're not lying.
Power weapon and the grapple, and Precision wasted no time getting into that front line. Forces the play ball, but now it's the shock rifle that Ryan gave up that sends him right back to the respawn screen. Gen G, though, I mean, still they have ball control. I think Complexity, although they're getting these kills, it is scrappy.
Yeah, when
Scrappy
grapples up. Wow, disgusting no scope headshot there, but.
But I feel what you're saying, Viz.
So maybe should have instead of prioritizing.
Because I miss it on like vibes. Like there's no like. I don't have any like actual good argument for like why we should still be playing console, other than like maybe the cheating thing.
I feel like Complexity just making it a little bit too
but
complicated right now.
I don't know. I just miss it on vibes. I miss when everybody had the box. I miss carrying the box to your friend's house. I miss LAN parties and like the whole like
of that ball
I don't know, bro. There was something about those days, like, you know, when everybody had a 360 and shit.
Kills. Let's make him a little bit more behind everyone, causing chaos. He forces.
There was just something about it, bro. There was a certain charm to it.
Was able to get a kill in essentially what was a 1v3.
And does enough damage for King Nick to clean up the pieces, who has now surpassed.
That's what I miss, bro.
5 kills. These two players are absolutely.
Everybody these days got the fucking 3 monitor setup with the fucking crazy PC with the mic arm with the fucking. It's like, bro, you can't carry that to your homie's house.
Walk past a camouflage.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, I guess you could, but
right?
Yeah,
it's not the same.
You like take the.
Remember walking to your friend's house with a fucking controller
I mean, look how much time Ryan had
and a disc, like a game case in one hand, and fucking your Xbox underneath your arm in the other.
Said the fundamentals, right? Ryan's
I'm going to my homie's house, bro.
Who cares that he's got camo? Just let him be the guy that makes those calls.
We finna play Halo all night.
He's gonna be the guy that
I'll be
gets
back
the perfect shots onto Precision
when the weekend's over.
as well, and that could seal the deal for this round.
I just missed that shit, bro.
They are at a blistering pace right now. They got 70 seconds of oddball time. There's not
absolutely
even 2
smooth
minutes
criminal.
off the neutral clock, and
absolutely
there's no hint that Complexity is going to be able to find any sort of quick solution to this. Spartan, though, high ground and shock rifle. 2 players from Gen G towards the back. Ryan going to be blistered up with some shock rifle bullets. But
no,
that is a bit surprising.
Ambitious.
Just runs out into the open.
Interesting.
And gets lasered by 2 players.
Interesting.
Big door. That's 3 down now for Complexities. That felt like a bit of a throwaway of the light. Dude, Reclximer just threw it towards the spawners.
I mean,
bro, my grandparents had one of those Smooth Criminal.
On the side of Complexity, which is understandable when there's
new shots. What the fuck?
Some disgusting shots on the King Nick, by the way, but that's not going to last long. It just feels like they're
exactly, Viz. I feel like I didn't head case about anything, bro. Like, I wasn't worried about dead zones or heavy aim or stick drift or fucking. I wasn't worried about anything, bro.
No, I haven't, but
it was just I played 4 cents and I played the Halo.
We love a good skill jump. Unfortunately, there was a player
and it was sick and I loved it.
A little bit too much damage.
I'm not looking at ping. I'm not looking at. You know what I'm saying?
Getting this camouflage, you see Gen G very far away from that ball, all the way out white. 2 players able to try to block this A push. Breaking shot will go down. Huss will continue to secure, but
everybody got different weapon offsets and
the corner there is
fucking view models and skins and
playing is so nerdy and annoying. Just like
sensitivities and dead zones and fucking FOV and
finally he gets taken down, but not before.
And what do you play on and what card do you play on and what are your drivers and
battle against Common. He does find the kill, but
brother, I don't care. I just want to play the game. Fuck.
Genji in a position where they need to slow down.
It's the reason I still have a Series X. It's the reason I still probably primarily play my Series X.
That's a big pickup from Breaking Shot. Keep themselves alive.
Yeah, with that though, Common, the only player
although I'm starting to slowly convert. I'm playing more and more things on PC these days.
If they do decide to do so, and that's exactly what will come into play. But there's a player that infiltrated. It's King Nick that was able to at least find one. Now just Huss will have to remain with this ball. Spartan to his right. Not the strongest defense possible. As you see them start to think about playing that ball out, and that's exactly what will come into play. Complexity going to try to out-rotate Gen G in this situation. And I don't know if they're going to be too successful at that. Gen G starting to win some of these crucial gunfights.
Feels like Complexity playing a little bit more frantic, like the information's not always there. We can't hear the comms at all, but it just feels like the information flow might be.
Oh, he's stuck him.
Long range sticky. A little bit of luck there, but good predictionary grenade there from Precision. But it just, from the eye test, feels like the comms might be a little smoother for Gen G right now.
And they're starting to.
Yeah, I know what you mean, Viz.
Break away a little bit at this.
Watch
lead.
those wrist rockets.
Now just a 20-second game as Mental continues his trend of getting camouflages for team. He's moving back towards this ball. He's gonna have to find this break. It's just King Nick and Ryan Noob alive, and he knows where both of them are. But the shots have to be perfect.
What the fuck? What the fuck? Oh hell no!
The second comes in the form of an assist, and Mental making massive plays as Huss drops that ball off, and he's hunting the front lines.
Huss wastes no time at all. Same situation. Doesn't care that teammate has camo. He's in the best position to push these spawners. He wants to also create a split spawn situation. Sparty now fighting from bottom center.
We'll see what the
using the shroud screen,
what the next game looks like.
Ryan and Breaking Shot both go down. King Nick here with the oddball though.
I mean, King Nick with the oddball, but look at him. 47 kills so far in this game.
Supposedly we're gonna have some sort of news about the next game soon, right?
Soon-ish. Between the two of them, this is an unbelievable pace.
I like how Ryan Noob still got the United skin on. That's crazy.
Kill threshold. Just 11.
Also, this shit coming down to the wire, low key.
Neutral time is also going to start being a factor for Complexity into this game.
Two
Our
different
Complexity
kills
still getting
out.
time during this whole shit.
Precision might actually have an opportunity to get some some ball time here. He has to drop it though. Common's here to force his hand, and the ball gets left top goal. Precision unable to bring it with him. That's a big deal.
We see Common going to be able to.
Isn't there supposed to be a CE remake? Yes.
Nick, as they're starting to find more and more kills. King
that is
Nick
correct.
Just 2 away from the 50 bomb. They'll head on to the respawn. Complexity though, 3 versus 1. Common, the only player alive. And his position known as the rest of Complexity start to rush.
Oh my god.
Breaking Shot though was able to get a kill on that spawn. Complexity go a couple down, and Spartan, he's having to head back towards these pipes. And
oh my
look how
god.
fast Breaking Shot is. He wants to infiltrate right
Oh my
away.
god.
Him and King Nick hit into the front.
That was clutch. Also sees Sparty. Gets the body shot. Needs more though.
Oh my god.
He's the only one there.
What the hell?
He wasn't able to get over the top. Complexity.
And that's probably game.
It's a foot race. It's a foot race to the ball. There's only a couple more seconds.
Oh my god, Precision.
Precision able to,
you can't get there.
Find a back, but they're not there in time. Gen G able to take this one away.
Wow.
Wow, what a game of oddball.
What the fuck?
Oh my god. That was the most kills we've seen in a game in a long time. Did King Nick find 50 in the end there? I wasn't able to keep up.
I don't think
action was insane.
Nah, just a little short. Just a little short.
That was a nail biter. Holy fuck.
Yeah, 48's crazy as we take a look at the stats here. Finishes with 48 and 22 assists. By the way, Ryan had 30 assists. That's crazy numbers. Both teams playing well, but also like there's just little moments of execution that I feel like have been going Gen G's way throughout the series so far. Yes, they did ultimately flounder in game 2, but they had the lead for literally the entire game until the very end. So it just feels like Gen G slightly ahead right now.
King Nick also almost dropped 14,000 damage. in a game.
Jesus.
I don't. Have you ever seen a 14K in a pro match? I don't know if I have.
In a pro match, I think we may have. What? Remember, Falcated got like 60 kills in a recharge oddball. I want to say I think he had like 15K in that game, but
insane still. Pressure. Definitely a top 0.01% performance this time around. This is definitely an outlier of a game. Kills after kills, and I mean, it really did feel like a kill race between Common and King Nick at one point, and these guys were just putting it on, and it was so interesting because it felt like they were
that fight was so sick
for their team. It felt like Common was always trying to find those like quick flanking routes, and King Nick was just in their face all game long.
I mean, King Nick's one of those guys that as long as he is alive on the map, he is going to find someone to shoot at. He's just a gunner, man. He's probably got more shots fired than anybody in the lobby. I would say he definitely ranks in the higher categories of that. But let's jump into Solitude, King of the Hill, Complexity back against the wall.
And Gen G gonna lose that first start. They're not gonna be able to get this camouflage, and Spartan gets away, and you start to see the spawns being trapped.
Jumped right into game 4. Holy fuck.
Shots, wanted to try to get something a bit easier than that, but still just searching with this camo, and very, very disciplined with this trigger, not trying to give away his information.
I mean, he's getting all the information for the other team, and just not giving anything up. I like the way he's playing this. He's just so far been pinging opponents, but okay, ultimately gets taken down, but you have to imagine he wanted a bit more out of that camo than he got there.
Yeah, very rare slip up from Spartan. Usually see him hit those in those close range fights, able to find that head, but a couple too many body shots leads them
able to find that head.
Down onto the respawn. Gen G able to get back towards that hill, and despite Complexity winning that camouflage early in the game, they haven't really gotten much hill time off of it. Instead, Gen G flying their way down into the middle. They're starting to find kill after kill, and they're wasting no time on getting themselves into that hill when they can.
It's definitely been the story. Oh no, precision with the
move that down soon. Y'all can see the stats a little better. My bad.
But it's definitely been an objective efficiency difference here so far for Gen G. Just ever so slightly more efficient, less hesitation, finding little moments like this to be
using his cheeks
time while the fight is still ongoing. With Common and Breaking Shot in the hill together, they can keep each other alive, play off each other's shields. But they do finally get taken down. They only need a couple seconds though, so Complexity need a really strong hold here.
And Gen G, they committed early for that hill. Both those players taking massive damage, but they wanted to get it to this point. 99.9% play there. If they can just step in for a couple seconds, they'll be able to
Swift you with the 100 bits. Thank you very much, brother.
They go up 1-0.
No, I appreciate you.
Gen G
What's good, man? How we doing today?
So far.
I mean, they're barely winning in the Slays department, if it's not even. I mean, and they still find a way to get that hill. I mean,
how we doing today, brother?
Goes to show the kills really don't matter unless you convert them to objective efficiency. We're not seeing the same.
Are we on that shit today, man?
Have a chance here though. Mental all the way behind the back line. They've got Huss pushing through the LR tunnel. They've got great positioning to lock down this hill. It looks like exactly what's going to happen.
Look at that Common, the only one alive, and he is so far away, but man, he just takes the chow.
Big challenge, just been cycling games and stuff. Oh yeah, what you been on today? What you been playing?
Just winning their gunfights, and look at this. Even now with Gen G, look how far away they were. There's no time really for Complexity during all this chaos. Instead, Gen G getting right back into those front lines, fighting and taking them off that hill.
Okay, Breaking Shot gets one and it trades out. But then Common quickly exits. Precision with the shock rifle can do a lot of damage. Common wisely backing up there, wants to stay alive, get his teammates to spawn. King Nick with a huge push into the top glass. That's going to be massive for the rest of this push and make it so much easier.
And look how fast Gen G is at this though, getting into this hill. They are starting to take the lead in this second rotation, and despite the quick spawns for Complexity, Breaking Shot is holding the front lines. Doesn't matter if you have 300 or just
my God, imagine.
Breaking Shot is doing his best to wait for reinforcements.
That's why he has some of the best movement in the game.
Did some stuff on Destiny, got on Skyrim for a bit, and was on Minecraft.
What a difficult kill he just made himself, hiding around that pillar that's going to open the door. Despite him going down, bought so much time for Ryan.
Yeah, I'm trying to play some
and
Destiny tonight as well.
Work this pillar, and wow, almost got that kill onto Mental. If he did, they would have gotten the. They would have gotten it.
Showing the nostalgia of playing Halo.
Time, Ryan gonna play around this hill, but they're not stepping in it. They're giving Complexity a chance to.
Gaming in
steal
general,
this
just
away,
like
there we go into the hill, camouflage as well. 2-0 lead for Gen G.
I would argue that like that's probably the main thing that people.
Yeah, I was a little bit worried that Greed would come back to bite them, but
I mean, it's like an escape for people.
Right the ship.
Kind of like the whole point.
Fight here, but they will trade out.
It's the superhero or the super soldier or the super whatever fantasy, the super athlete fantasy.
In those close engagements about outmaneuvering the person ahead of them, and sometimes
you get to
makes you think
play competitive games and
play
story games.
Up into the front line, up into that perch.
There's so many different worlds, and
any of those kills, and with that,
you can meet real people, and
way towards that
you can experience
again, 2 down.
You know,
Complexity, the
written stories and things. Like I don't know, man.
Gen G, and
just one of the cooler mediums.
An effort
I
not
feel
to
like
step into this hill. They are going to play time with 2 minutes on the neutral.
Just gaming in general.
2-0. Gen G gonna play.
I know that's real, like taking a puff at a blunt. Like life is crazy talk.
No, okay.
Like,
yeah, with
I don't know. Games are cool, bro. That's all.
Right here, it's clear they're totally fine as long as they hold this position at blue and the snipe side. Complexity have to cross the entire map. What I'd like to see from Complexity in this position, they need to push out the snipe side.
But I mean, yeah, with Smooth Criminal, like if you want to think about it, like gaming has always been like my escape, like for my like
it's not going to be easy.
My mental health,
going to be watching a lot of their routes. Let's see how they play it.
My personal, just like
to push away from
that's my thing.
To find the break, but
like if you think about it, like that's how I met.
Usually want those
like through gaming and through Halo, that's how I met all my closest friends. That's how I made a lot of my like business connections.
Complexity really have a chance to break into those spawns, and with that they will.
You know, by extension, that's how I met my girlfriend.
To work on this flank, and that's gonna give
because my girlfriend was a real life friend of one of my Halo teammates.
Yeah, Ryan, communication gets picked up by his teammates. Tries to get some shots on Sparty, but unfortunately random grenade damage takes him down. Breaking shot, last player alive, and the Complexity.
Yeah, it definitely
very much in their best position.
It definitely means something a little more to me.
As Mental,
especially Halo, but
yeah,
just gaming in general.
Is almost certainly Complexities. I expect Gen G to play for next.
Yeah, I mean,
it might be a punt that we need to see here.
It's damn near my whole life.
Start to solidify their control over by the loop.
Integral to my whole life.
Desperate play, and now just one hill. Minute and 13 seconds that Gen G need to burn off this clock before Complexity captures this and pushes us to a decisive winner-take-all final hill.
Okay, huge pickups from Gen G. They just kind of set the trap for Complexity to fall into. Minute on the clock, and this is looking real bad for Complexity. They're probably already thinking that this is very much an uphill battle, especially when Husk goes down early. That was kind of your entry point for this next rotation.
Precision down into the driveway, looking for his entry. He feels that something was going to come from behind. It's breaking shot that's there. Great damage, but not enough to keep that presence over by Prius. Instead, 2 players gonna push in from the top, and it's a 1v2 for Mental that he just cannot win. 34 seconds. Camouflage up in 5.
This is not looking good for Complexity.
They're 27 seconds to work with. They gotta not only get kills, but then also get feet in the hill, and they've already lost a player. And look at this, all the items on the map, all the positioning on the map you could need to keep the opponents out of this hill are in control of Gen G. They look to close this out. Yeah, they've got feet in the hill for now, but they won't survive for long. There's just too many members of Gen G to close this out. And wait a second, they will be able to pause it, but I just don't think there's enough presence over there for Complexity.
We never say never, though. Still an opportunity. His Complexity just needs to play about perfect. Break shot up into the high, able to find the first. Mental gonna be that next target, but not able to step in. The nades were just too much, and Gen G able to win the series against Complexity.
Yeah, absolutely an explosive match here between these two, and we kind of expected a game 5 here, but Complexity just came out and closed it out. Tools, we saw a more composed Gen G throughout this series compared to Complexity, and it seemed like they had a little bit more control. What did you think of their approach going into the series?
Well, I felt like they were very focused on the efficiencies throughout the game, right? When we saw what worked for them, especially in that Strongholds, right? It was, they get that first kill, they work towards the hill, then they look for the kills while they're getting time. The same thing with the oddball. They were very quick to get to their oddball and work that oddball into their rotations on attack. And when they had the chances in that Strongholds game, they were always going for that trip cap situation. So it felt like they were very much focused on what the objective win condition was at all points in time, whereas Complexity, they were kind of trusting their gun skill, their damage to get the job done, and that's just not the case against a team like Ryan. He will always look for the efficiencies.
Eli, I'd love to know what you would like to see from Complexity moving forward.
Honestly, the problems that I've been seeing in this series specifically are similar to the problems that we see from like SSG right now, where it's 4 extremely talented players, but they're just
okay. I'm back. Sorry.
Like a second
Justin Samaritixon was at my door.
A couple steps off of a perfect flow, maybe making things a little bit too complicated. Need to stick to the fundamentals.
Sorry, I have returned.
And,
I assume Gen G won.
This is going to be. I mean, the problem is I can only say this so many times. I can't say once Complexity finds their groove, they're gonna figure it out. But
Gen G
they've
won.
had a long time to figure it out, and it feels like they're still kind of a step behind the teamwork.
3-1. All right. Are there any more matches tonight?
Well,
or was that
we
it for the
getting ready
tournament?
for our next series of the day, but before we do that, I'm gonna let you all know that if you missed your chance to get your own gold LAN edition,
Are they just doing the winner's quarters?
Go ahead and type !merch in the chat because we have added.
And then they'll do the rest of them tomorrow. How many more series are there?
Chance for you guys to obtain it here online. So go ahead and get that one. It's $30 plus shipping. So go ahead and pick that up. And on
yeah, you know he lives approximately 10 feet away from me, Smooth Criminal.
There's a cool gold edition design in the back. As a reminder, this is a community-funded production,
he needed
and
something,
we are not sponsored or funded by
he just came by.
other than
yeah, I lived with
subs,
him and Kayla, his fiance, for I don't know, like a year, a little more.
That you're seeing here today, helping us cover
and now me and my girlfriend live in the same apartment complex as them.
Literally
right next to them.
Or any other watch parties. All of your support is greatly appreciated, so thank you all. Everything will help us get to Dallas in a month. Our next series will be TSM versus 1. We're gonna go ahead and take a quick break, and we will be right back.
Whisper in my head, made me feel that I'm insane. Voices in my mind, but you say that I would be fine. Baby, I'm on fire. Baby, I'm on fire. Baby, I'm on fire, baby, I'm on fire. You're breaking my soul, but I don't wanna hide. Baby, I'm on fire, baby, I'm on fire. Baby, I'm on fire, baby, I'm on fire. Baby, I'm on fire, baby, I'm on fire. Guess I should have heeded the warning. Guess I should have moved on as someone new. But I better be in the storm and in the calm without you. Don't know how I feel in the morning. Maybe you'll be leaving me sad and blue. But I better be in the storm and in the calm without you. Without you. Guess I should have heeded the warning. Guess I should have moved on as someone new. But I better be in the storm and in the calm without you. Don't know how I feel in the morning. Maybe you'll be leaving me sad and
Round 1. Ball incoming. Enemy has the ball. Ball dropped. 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 Ball around. Ball incoming. Enemy has the ball. Ball dropped. Enemy has the ball. Ball dropped. Enemy has the ball. Ball dropped. Enemy has the ball.
Bro, they not even playing music? I'm sorry, I've been sitting here talking to my brother.
Ball dropped.
I thought they'd at least be playing music, bro. This sideways as fuck, bro.
Enemy has the ball. Ball dropped. Enemy has the ball.
Sideways as fuck. But again, I hope everybody's doing well tonight, man. I hope everybody's chilling. Hope everybody's vibing. Hope everybody is having a good evening.
Enemy has the ball. Ball dropped.
What is good, Wang Doodle? How are we doing, my brother in Christ? Oh, chillin'. Been running around doing stupid shit. Now we just vibe and watch some of this tournament. Tomorrow, I believe, is gonna be more of the same. I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna run around and do some stupid shit with the lady. And I believe, I shouldn't call it stupid shit because it's her shit. We're gonna run around and do some goofy shit. And then I believe it's more of the same. I believe we'll have some Championship Sunday Open Series to watch. So that'll be entertaining. Wait, what is this team? Wait. Lixthal to C9? Or is this just like an Open Series team? What is this? What am I looking at? Septify, Suppressed, Boo Boo, and Lixthal. Is that C9? Is that going to be new C9 or something? Does that mean FaZe is making a change? Yeah, you like that one? I'm just kidding. We're going to pick up some furniture tomorrow. I think we're going to pick up some furniture tomorrow, and then I might need to buy some pants for my new job. And then I'm gonna be streaming the tournament. Is this live or is this a replay? I assume this is live. Shout out to the LVT split screen, bro. Look at my go licks though, bro. I'm glad that brother's still going crazy.
Enemy has the ball.
Buying pants and shit, I know, bro. Okay, so yeah, Smooth Criminal, I've been looking for a job ever since I moved to Houston. Like, I was searching desperately for like 4 months. Like, literally did not hear back from anybody for like 4 months. And it was fucking atrocious. And then I finally got hit up by Academy Sports for the they hit me back up and they were like, yo, we got like order picking position, you come do this. It was like, it wasn't really what I wanted and it wasn't great money, but like I was like, whatever, I need a job. I was doing that, but I was commuting to like downtown Houston, which from where I live is like 30 plus minutes, and with traffic can be like even worse. So there were some days where like if I would work like a mid shift, like from 10 to 6 or something, like my commute home would be like an hour plus. On top of the fact that that job just kind of fucking sucked and they weren't very nice to me. So that was just kind of like a temporary until I could hopefully get something better. And I did land something better. I got a retail merchandising position with a company that like is like a third-party retailer for like Best Buys and stuff like that. So it's chill. I'm like basically like working on and fixing displays and stuff in like Best Buys and different stores like that. But it's super chill. I don't really have to talk to anybody. I get paid for my drive time because I have to visit like different stores, and I get paid a lot better than the retail shit. And I get to make my own schedule, among other things. Yeah. I couldn't be the guy that fucking pulls the lever and dumps the people over to fucking waterfall at Splash Mountain.
Enemy has the ball. Ball dropped. Enemy has the ball.
Speaking of, I didn't apply at like Disney World or anything, but I actually did apply at like here in Houston. I applied at like a couple museums, and I applied at like the Space Center here in Houston. I applied a bunch of places.
Enemy has the ball. Ball dropped.
Yeah, I mean the traffic is fucking atrocious, brother. Thank you, man. I appreciate y'all. So that being said, there is still a little bit of anxiety because I did find a new thing.
Some of my teammates choose,
what the
bro,
fuck?
and they brought that up. Like I would have never like let that happen, bro. That's almost. I would have never let that shit happen, bro.
Hold on, let me type in the chat.
It's just funny seeing how it is when it's the other way around. Like it's just funny, bro. You think you're a lot closer with people than you actually are, you know what I mean? You think, like,
your face.
it's all good, bro. It's all good.
Damn, this motherfucker's heartbroken. This is like some shit you make after an ex breaks your heart.
Yeah, what the?
Bro, Brad, I feel like I don't even gotta tell you, bro. Like I feel like you know what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like you've been there before. I feel like you can look at the situation and you can just see it right away. You know what I mean? I feel like you don't even gotta like. I feel like you probably already know who they're picking up too. Like you can just like, you know what I mean? Like you can like just think about it. Like you already know.
I mean,
like you already know.
No, we don't.
Like, just think about it.
I genuinely don't. I genuinely don't. But everybody's saying that to think about it. The only person I can think of is Manny. Only person I can think of is Manny. If it's like an obvious guess, then it's Manny.
If I was in some of my teammates.
Wow, incredible reactions there. Emotional reactions there from Cherish.
What
this
the fuck?
This next series is going to be
That just threw me off so much.
because TSM.
But yeah, I was gonna say there is still a little bit of anxiety on my part because I'm kind of in the weird in between position. I just quit the first job and I'm about to start the second job, and so I'm still in the like onboarding and training and goofy shit phase. And so I don't really know what I'm doing yet or how I'm going to do it, but I'm kind of figuring it out as I go.
TSM. That felt like a bad breakup. And for some context, right, one of the big points for Cherish was that he wasn't dropped by the team. He was dropped by the coach. Trey had to get into a call with him, and that was a big sticking point with him. The fact that like these players that he considered brothers didn't drop him, right? It was like they told
That's good,
someone
Brandon.
else to go drop them, and that really, I felt like it really hurt him. And now he's
Wait, that emote
obviously
is
gonna be on
fire, bro.
mission. This is the first time that we're gonna see
Shout out
Cherish
to Matt,
against
bro.
TSM post breakup.
What's wild is how
Yeah, we gon'
soon
figure it out.
having to encounter each other. It was just a few days
Yeah, that's the
ago.
interesting thing too is that like, so the framework of my company is very like, it's very small. There's not a lot of people. There's more like people spread out than there are like people in management. And there's no like home base because like we go and visit different stores. And for the most part, I'm completely by myself. So like, I guess if I ever needed a hand like lifting something or moving something, like something obvious, like I could just ask like somebody who works there.
But we do know that Cherish
Like,
has some action on mind. He's gonna want to take this series, and he
like in
wants
terms
to
of
be
like helping me
dominant
with my
throughout.
job
Keep
specifically,
your eyes on this man and what he's gonna be
there's
able
like
to
a
do
there's like a
in this game
helpline that you can call.
Script writers are on
But aside
board,
from
as
that, it's like,
always,
brother,
the
you
former
in there
breakup
by yourself. You
squad
got to figure it
end
out.
up facing against one another time and time again, but I'm kind of excited to see this.
That being
squad on our
said,
right.
I'm
So
looking
Cherish
forward
knew home that he
to
has found,
figuring it
joining
out.
the players from Luminosity at the last land. Avicii and Yaxon Collect was on that infamous roster that finished top 8 as well. And this is a scary squad on the right side of your screen, and they might even be the team that go to land together.
Morley getting onto that sniper early on, and there we go, 3 down.
Oh, there's beef
As
in
the
this
spawns
series.
Start to come in. TSM have full control, and Talik
Because Cherish don't fuck with these TSM boys now.
He gets isolated right off spawn. This is pretty devastating for one. They have no cohesion as TSM are laying on the hurt. The trip cap is continued as the spawns are cycled.
This is one of TSM's best game modes.
Got
It
new
has
internet
been since
today?
this
Oh fuck
trio,
yeah! What'd you get?
Date back to season 1
Got that
of
fast
HCS.
shit?
They have kind of written the book for Live Fire Strongholds, one of the fastest, most aggressive teams, all about controlling your
fiber?
spawns, being in your face, making you play
Ooh.
on the back foot.
That shit
over
sound
and over again.
nice.
Meanwhile, they're just racking up time comfortably. Let's see if Team 1 can
Also,
come out
we're probably gonna watch
raised
this
so
series,
far
and then I'll
get
probably
back
hop
into
on
this
some
game. It's been
Destiny.
difficult.
don't think it's going to get any easier as you see these players remaining for one start to trickle down to the respawns. And oh, whoa, Talik missing a pretty routine shot that we see from him, and that's going to at least give one some pressure towards B. They will be able to rotate that hill into their possession. Maybe Druck not going to be able to get the reset. Collect able to finally get that in.
But that's not even that bad for Wi-Fi, to be honest. Like, I'd take that for Wi-Fi.
As they continue to win this rotational battle.
Cherish, though, is in C, and looks like he is able to secure it as Jackson picks up a kill. Two players do swing to back green to shut him out of the equation. Truck weak, but looks like TSM able to hold strong here. Will be able to get B back, and I love the timing with the QT to teleport back to help the next fight. He gets taken down, though, and now it's Druck left to fight multiple opponents.
Oh, fuck yeah, Brandon.
This map is starting to feel as just
brother living well.
Comes in from all sides towards B. This is where the inflection point is, and it's still just player going down.
Got that new internet and that new Mariners game.
Left alive, and oh no,
that looked laggy.
He went down as Jackson was spawning up. That's going to be a massive delay in the 4-up spawn of 1, and TSM has a chance to completely collapse on these players at A.
This is so hard if you're the team that's getting spawn cycled on repeat like they are. You gotta usually actually play pretty fast off your spawn, but do so horizontally with your teammate. We're not seeing that from one so far. They're trying to push a little bit too far up. Now finally taking a little bit more time off of spawn, but they're gonna get caught off.
This brother lagging or
no
something.
one has high ground. No one's able to have vision.
Why does she look like that?
Of the next play that TSM are looking for, and that's why this doesn't work out. But one are gonna be tested again. Will they figure it out this time? They cannot let this happen. I mean, even 2 more times would be too much.
Yeah, the story just continues to feel the same. It's a 4 down. Spawn's going to be secured once again for TSM. And although one's been quick at finding their home, they haven't been able to put just about any points on board. It's still sub 10 for them, as Sniper going to be at least able to get 1 more trade. And look at this, the unrelenting pressure of TSM to continue pushing into those spawners, not letting up, and constantly trying to win this rotational battle that we see on screen. One, it feels as if they are just trying to tread water, but the waves are just continually keeping them under. It is just player after player from TSM getting into their face.
Wow, Jackson almost had a huge play here to stop the A cap, but Druck is in the right place at the right time, keep his teammate alive. Last bullet of Sniper doesn't connect, and Cherish might be able to take this damage advantage to move forward. Finally, it feels like one have a better chance to come out ahead in this fight. Let's see how it plays out.
Morley making his debut with this TSM roster. It might not be permanent, but this is certainly a chance for him to display to the rest of the HCS what his skill set is. 13-3 to start this game. Really been able to capitalize off this aggressive TSM playstyle and collect.
Is the combo just pissed now?
Unfortunately, the reverse comes
like,
in.
Is it piss worthless or something?
Once again, seeing 2 players onto that respawn screen. Although they are scoring for now,
whoa, shit.
It doesn't feel secure in the least.
No, TSM going to be patient here. Talik staying alive in that engagement's massive. Means he's gonna be
bro, this brother's lagging. Why does his POV look like this?
Camo is
he's either lagging or he's cheating.
Playing his life, pulling attention towards himself, outputting damage, staying alive, doing everything that you want a teammate to do in a situation like this. It's exactly why they regain control.
Yeah, so I'm not afraid to be in those front lines and just seeking out these engagements. Jackson going to use that against him, though.
But see, that's a combo. That's a noob combo, Brandon. The combo in this game doesn't even look like it works.
Quickly find themselves down and out of this game.
I feel like I've never seen somebody even hit somebody with it ever since it got nerfed.
Finally have AC control, but I don't know how.
Like the Halo 2 combo is like, bro, that's a noob combo.
Jackson doing a good job to place himself where he can be of benefit to his team.
Halo 5 one was pretty good.
Information given to him by his teammates and making good decisions with it now. Camo expires, no power weapon in hand, but knows he needs to shut down this top center lane. He's applying a lot of pressure to TSM, slowing down their ability to move, and now should be able to grab this sniper once it spawns the next second.
Jackson just passing up that sniper for now, trying to keep his Spartan forward, goes back, but has some uncharacteristic missed shots there. That felt like a routine double. That
I mean, the red gun was like the best gun in history in Halo 5.
Hands, and he doesn't waste any time peeling the head off Avicii. They're gonna be able to find some space.
A red gun melee combo in Halo 5 was deadass like it was like the Halo 5 equivalent of having like Commando Pro.
Any easier than it has in the
Whoa!
Dog just cannot miss.
Pollock is locked in right now. This guy, watch your face collect. Good movement from him to avoid the headshot damage. Pollock runs into the wall for a moment, but has still stayed alive, scurrying towards his teammates' sidelines. They should be able to watch his back.
This game online is
exactly what happens.
certainly
Turn
goofy.
around to finish the job. But Yaxon finds a double. I don't know if that's going to be enough, though. It's 3 dead for 1, and the TSM.
These brothers are getting piss slammed.
Cherish,
with all due respect.
To at least contest C, but it's not going to be able to stop that from switching hands.
I feel like Halo 5 had a lot of that, like Modern Warfare 2 syndrome, where like everything was overpowered, so like everything felt good. You know what I'm saying? And by that I mean the original MW2, like the 2009 one.
But Yaxon there for the easy cleanup, and this is starting to be a little bit more solid ground. A little bit.
Bro, the combo was OP, the red gun was OP, the fucking sniper was OP,
that we're seeing from one.
the BR was OP.
Untraded kills now.
Yeah, this is looking good.
The fucking bolt shot was OP, the storm rifle was OP.
You can see TSM getting
EMR,
right back into
fucking
control.
the carbine was nasty. That shit was filthy at range.
Unless A flips quickly, but it doesn't look
The
like
LR.
TSM will be able to. They've got them in the blender now.
The AR.
We are not seeing any trades.
Bro, if everything's broken, nothing is.
TSM. They are just getting pelted.
To be fair,
by
H5
one, and
didn't
the
get
trip
good
caps
until they
in.
took most of that
We've
shit
seen
out.
this in a previous series, right? Like, these games.
Alright, Halo 5's carbine
switch
was goddamn
tides as
underrated.
We see one starting to at least build some momentum. TSM stuck at B. They must win this engagement to at least stop this trip cap pressure, and that is just not going to come to fruition.
Bro, I missed the pre-nerf Halo 5 BR. That was like my favorite gun of all time.
On the next, that's a 4
It was certainly overpowered. I'm not disputing that. But it was so, it felt so good, man. It was so nice. It was so nice to shoot. It was a laser
I like
beam.
this game plan. Get behind enemy lines,
It
capture
was
A,
so nice.
allow C to be given up, and then decide what to do from here. Collect
I know, bro, hitting
some
4
tricky
shots for that?
movement and
Oh my
melees.
god.
We'll take one down, but
Oh my god. What's the drop? Here, I'll hit the command. It is the Killtastrophe Charm, and it's the drop today.
He's trying to do his best to stay
The
alive.
carbine, the LR, like, bro, I loved all the rifles in Halo 5.
But eventually TSM overwhelmed.
100% Swifty. Yo, by the way, Swifty, I don't know if you were here a second ago, I was talking about it, but I'm probably going to hop on Destiny after this game.
What do we do from here, though? Looks like there's so much pressure here on the B stronghold. Druk doesn't have anywhere to go.
you are
Does
down
a
to
lot
play.
of damage, but it doesn't matter. Cherish and team going to be able to reset this back in the comfortable AB. It feels like they've recognized that they're.
Or did I say after this game? I meant after the series.
Yeah, total
That's what I
control
meant.
with the full sniper in the hands of Yaxon. How does this one play out?
Yeah, they're going to be able to have these outlets covered as well. Yaxon keeping that slide level as they try to slide through. He'll hit the head. Mortally decides to go full mass, only into the shoulder. That one gets in, but we're starting to see TSM look completely different than what we saw at the beginning of this game. I mean, they had a 200-point lead. Now it's within.
Oh, hell yeah, Swifty.
This is one's game really at the moment. They are controlling the pace. Oh, he checks every quarter, but
Also, does the...
Oh,
do you know if Dares of Eternity scales?
50-50 chance.
Like,
you
if
went
we
the right
played
way, but good
the Dares of
positioning from
Eternity on
TSM.
Expert,
Make that fight a little bit more difficult.
would
Action now,
I,
focus
like,
on the
scale to
camo.
your shit, or
This is
no?
interesting. Do one give up their momentary
Like, do I
map
still need
control
to-
go for it?
do I still need to get
and
my-
kills in
my-
the process.
my
This is
shit
actually
up?
looking very doable for one to come back.
Also, yeah, they're coming back,
Gonna be a
low-key.
big player to this. You look at that help.
They're coming back, low-key, bro. They're coming back, low-key, bro. This motherfucker's on a fucking frenzy, bro. Oh, he almost 5'd the fuck out of him for the triple.
Shot into Mortally, and TSM are sinking at the moment. There has been nothing to really write home about in these last couple minutes of engagements. One is controlling every aspect of the game.
This is such an impressive bounce back. I mean, this was looking so difficult in the early goings, but they've been staggering out the spawns of TSM. They haven't been fully alive on the map for very long, as it's often one getting the first opening break slays. Now in a 2v1 situation, need to get this last kill onto TSM. Looks like Soul Snipe being a very difficult target. Maybe Collect just, oh, never mind. Sorry, it was Collect. He got repulsed off the map, so one still have control.
They are just pressuring TSM, and they caught that.
You're a dead
rotation
ass,
from
Swing
Soul
Doodle.
Side. They're going to be ready for that rat side push.
But this is it. This is crunch time.
We're going to work with each other to get towards A, but Collect is playing this masterfully. They found Soul Snipe on rotation. They got him killed, and it's another 3 down. They are perfectly reading TSM's plays.
This is a masterclass. I mean, it's gone both ways. First was TSM. As soon as they get that's a big win. That might have just opened the door for them to push through.
Because yeah, Swifty, I want to at least complete it once on Expert, I think.
Tall gonna have to hold off the rest of 1 by himself for just a bit. Wait for those reinforcements to come. Druck's gonna be coming from the top middle of the map, but
and then we can run the campaign.
He knows there's players all around. He's been able to stay alive for this long, but now he's just last alive.
Oh!
First was another crucial gunfight. How to secure C spawns for his team.
Wait, he's playing perfect. What the fuck?
He wins that gunfight as well, but they're running out of time. 239 to 240. Let's make it even. It's gonna come down to these last 10 points.
Oh my god.
These next fights are gonna be so important.
1 takes the lead. Still got the trip cap. You're wasting too much time though. A gets flipped and they're on C. What's going on C? A is getting flipped back. C is getting flipped. TSM is on C and B. And they stop A.
Oh no.
1 spawn C.
They're in C though. Is anyone able to get into A or B though?
Oh. They're in B, but can they survive?
They're in B, but they stop it. Oh my god, TSM.
Survive.
Oh my god.
What the fuck?
A single point? Was that what it was?
A
or was it
single
248?
point. Think about the gunfights that Talik won at Tower. I mean,
what are you playing on, Brandon? You're on PC, right?
To keep them afloat, but what
I got it on. It was on sale on Xbox, like the Final Shape shit. That's the reason I ended up hopping back on, is because I got it on sale. Yeah, that was fucking insane. But alright, I have been holding it, but I'm about to piss myself. I gotta go to the bathroom before this next game starts. I'm about to wet myself.
We see a salty run back.
Right.
There's no time at
That game was sick.
That game ending and the next one loading up. Somebody
Oh
wants to
shit,
get
and they're
this
running it immediately. Damn, I gotta go. Alright, I'll be right back.
Quickly, right?
That's my question. Who's lead, right? Who's like dictating that pace? But see, Tall again with 8,300 damage. One thing I want to point out, I felt like Morley was really flowing well with TSM's flow at the beginning of that game. He starts 13-3. At one point, he was 18-18. So I mean, you saw a 5 to what is that? A 5 to 13. That's, you know, spree. I think that's when TSM gets out of their gear, and that's what Cherish was talking about. Like, he was trying to be very vocal about how they can't just play one way, that they need to be able to change their play style at some point. And he thought that was one of the big reasons as to why they decided to go into a different direction. But you're maybe seeing some of those, you know, potential flaws from TSM. That hyper aggressive playstyle, when it's not working, man, it can get you really sunk.
Love this play here from Talik. But yeah, I think you're right. This was like the story of Mortally cooling off and Avicii heating up, former teammates. Like, it's not just the cherished storyline here as well. Mortally was previously on the roster with Avicii and Yaxon, now playing on the other side. I think Mortally's still a free agent though. He's not officially on TSM, but regardless, playing against your old teammates, gonna fire up both teams.
And you see how different the stat lines are from the beginning of that game to the end. TSM just were not able to get that same slaying, and man, at the end, I mean, we saw all sorts of chaos. What did you think was the big difference between these two teams at the very end of the game?
I mean, one kind of fell so far early that they had to play Perfect Halo for a super long time. They ended up playing Perfect Halo almost as long as they needed to, just 2 seconds more, and they would have came out on top. But TSM just found the pick that mattered. Honestly, Talik getting that one pick changed everything.
Here we go into Aquarius, and right through the middle of the map, Druck taking a very aggressive route, but some heavy damages. Collect that, it's able to get behind them all. He got great damage down, and it's a couple more that go to one. Just Mr. Soul Snipe last alive. He'll finish with that respawn as well. 4 kills for one, and they're able to control just about everything.
Great start here. Collect using the revealer. Doesn't see any opponents in the blue base. Gonna rotate back towards the opposite side. I like the spacing that I'm seeing from team one. They're really giving TSM very few options to get out of the base, and they're controlling both left, right, and center of the map here. Ultimately, though, SoulSnipe will get the trade, but not for long as he gets taken down.
Cherish drops down into his gunfight. Dalek making himself a tough kill, but not tough enough. And you see the trades start to come in from both sides. TSM able to at least recover a bit from that bit of a disaster of a start of this game. Just a 2-kill deficit now.
7-5. Now it's Druck trying to pin.
Ooh,
oh no, did he plasma pistol his teammate
in the back? Yeah,
no.
that's rough. But it's only Collect that's alive, and they know where he's at. Unfortunately for TSM, Collect was able to find at least one player before he traded out, but now it's back to even. TSM have just completely controlled this car side of the map for these last few engagements, and so they're going to be going on the hunt. A counter swing over to the P side, but there's not anyone here for these 3 players to really tag team.
Yeah, I don't know if I like all of them flooding this side. I feel like gonna make it potentially easy for one to just surround them. One Art's in great positions on the map though, either, and with some aggression they're able to push through. Druck's so aware of where his opponents are and how he can route around the map to stay alive, and finds multi-kills just like that. He's on a killing spree.
We start to see the effectiveness of that noob combo come in at the end. SoulSnipe, SoulSnipe's got 2 backs towards him. They don't even turn. No realization of where he was. A perfectly executed flank from SoulSnipe will put 1 to 2 down. And now this is TSM that can really start putting on the pressure and building some separation in this layer.
Seeing good discipline from one though. It feels like they're not gonna just all go 4 dead after a couple die. They're playing their positioning intelligently. They're holding space. They're watching each other's backs. They're keeping this one close. Still just a 3-kill game.
Axon was able to find one before he tried to head back away, and that reapproach to card 2. He gets great timing on Immortally, able to find that kill, and Yaxon was basically isolated on that car side, but was able to work 2 kills out of it, and now it's in a fantastic position to really push into the front. And he's gonna do just that.
I've returned. What did I miss, y'all?
Really, I think playing this
anything crazy happen?
Extremely well, are able to break back out of that deficit. It's 20 all.
20 all. One have fought back with that discipline we mentioned. And now Yaxon pushing all the way out. He wants to get like a pinch potential setup, but now he's a little bit worried. Maybe he's advanced too far. He's going to turn around, try to relink back up with his squad. Cherish is trying to survive P2. I don't think that's going to happen for long, but all said and done, we're still tied 23 all.
SoulSnipe flying up. He has a couple players ahead of him. He's gonna opt to play this a little bit more patiently as he waits for some sort of help, but Yaxon just able to get behind him with all that dead space. And he's gonna be able to find 2, and Yaxon, he has found crucial kills for his team at these important moments. Camouflage coming up, and he will be that player that will gatekeep the P side of the map away from TSM.
Man, I've been so impressed with Yaxon. I mean, he's always been a good player, but I just feel like recently he's really understanding how to be an effective teammate for his squad as well. Him and Avicii work together quite well. It makes sense why they have stuck together during the team changes. It's Collect though, new guy teaming with them. It's gonna see if he can work together and find some more kills here in the blue base.
And they've been able to really open up a lead. Now it's 7 kills as Collect rounds in and finds the next, and you start to see that aggressive TSM come through.
This shit got out of hand quick. What the fuck?
Forward, they get taken down. Talek is going to try to stay alive at P, but he's been called out, and it's going to be tough for TSM to survive this onslaught of players, as one is starting to find their trades. And yeah, you see 2 players, their positions known in the middle of the map. One, they're really starting to put on the hurt. It's an 8-kill lead now.
I mean, the spawns definitely working in their favor, but they're also working with the spawns they're given to get the most out of them. It feels like right now TSM maybe moving a little bit too fast at times, which I think has been their Achilles heel throughout their Halo Infinite lifetime. They just play with a very high risk, high reward strategy. When it works really well, but when it doesn't, you can fall far behind. So far, that's what's happened this game.
I can get some info out. SoulSnipe gonna be revealed with that Threat Seeker. Now just 10 kills needed for one to finish this off. TSM going to basically need to play at a 2-for-1 pace with these next few slays. Trades are just really not an option. Camouflage going to be up in 10 seconds as well. TSM's there, but Cherish is going to back through with his teammate to try to clean up these kills. Avicii will find the first on Natalik, and with that, it feels as if TSM won't have any teeth to contest this camouflage.
Whoa, that was weird looking.
Will be able to get away for it, but not able to stay
Does
alive.
burn it.
TSM. A lot of work ahead for them still, but they are starting to find some crucial kills on the one.
Yeah, problem is they need 14 before one gets 6. Trading pretty easy on this map as you're often forced to fully engage. Collect finds 2
now they're
of
fucked.
the 6 needed. That's going to be a great start. Yaxon finding another, and I think that's going to be it. We should just see these last couple of kills close out to get to game 3.
Yeah, real question of who will be those last kills. Avicii's been having one hell of a performance here today. 16 and 9 throughout this game, as he'll see if he can get to number 17 to end this, and Talik might just give it to him. He will. Number 17, let's make it 18 for the 51st, as Avicii was able to really define the weak points of TSM and exploit them.
Impressive stuff. I mean, once they built the lead,
It's a recharge ball. I'm sick to my stomach. Yo, we might go picture in picture. I'm not even gonna lie.
TSM in a position where fall too far behind, and it's too hard to get any map positioning. You know, once one team has the center of the map, it's hard to come back on Aquarius. So, great teamwork and efficiency out of Team 1.
I love the stat line of Collect right there. Those are my favorite types of players, right? High, he keeps his deaths to wins allowed 12. Gets those 12 kills to remain even, and then 13 assists. That's a man that's just laying down hurt on the map and letting his teammates clean it all up.
Yeah, Collect is an interesting player, right? Like, we've seen him on seemingly a different roster every event. I don't know if he's had the same roster for more than 2 events ever. It feels like he's just constantly on new rosters. But if this is a roster, do you think this is the type of team that he finally finds his comfort zone? I mean, it feels like all these players play pretty fast and loose. They're all like movement based. It doesn't appear that there's a ton of structure, but you got to imagine they have something. I mean, what do you think about this potential squad?
I mean, I think Collect's just a hit, man. You know, whoever needs him, they're going to find themselves a guy that's going to do his job. It's like, it does feel like a little bit random right now, this roster, but it's like, I like it. It's basically all the young players that like came up during Halo Infinite. Like, when you look at this team, there was no one that was really well established beforehand. And I think the ceilings on these players are, you know, not yet explored. Like, I think Avicii in particular can make a huge jump, like, in how good he could be. He's reminding me of like what we saw with some of the younger players back in year 1 that were starting to make their way into the game. And if he can start to learn what the intricacies, the small, minute things that make a difference in pro level play. Because I certainly don't know what they are, but if he can figure it out, then like, he's going to be really, really scary.
I agree with you. I think Avicii is one of the most exciting up-and-coming players. I've been singing his praises for a while now. I think it's only a matter of time before he really finds his way into the upper echelon of this esport. But
did he say echelon?
He's got to earn his way
I'm sorry, brother.
This would be a great start to his case, though, if they can upset the likes of TSM. Of course, it is with a sub, but that's still a big deal.
Yeah, I mean, when you
Jesus.
think about, like, what
Who the
happened
fuck pitching for them tonight,
last
Brandon?
Just a week ago, that Luminosi's team that Avicii was on, I mean, that was a pretty big disappointment.
He said echelon, bro.
A lot of
What the
eyes on
fuck?
that team trying to say, like, hey, this is like, they're legit. They've been beating great teams, and they fell a little bit flat on land. What do you think was like a big part of that reason as to why we didn't see that Luminosi team with Avicii like have better performances?
I think it's just an experience diff, if I'm being completely honest. Like, the talent is there. I think the teamwork was there, but like, they just haven't been tested on land enough. Like, the reality is, the greatest of all time in any
Yo, Chad, I'm not gonna lie.
a lot before they get to
Recharge ball is kind of a snooze fest. Do I get on Destiny or do we watch the rest of the series?
Figure it out, put the pieces together. You just got to get.
What are you guys feeling?
2% better every time you go to a LAN. Eventually, you're going to be towards the top.
Or do we do picture-in-picture?
But then there's players in the
Do we
world
watch
that,
and
they
play
didn't
Destiny at the
really
same time?
experience that whole losing a lot.
That's true.
And then you, like, you try to
or you
learn
just
from
didn't
them.
see it. They were losing off camera.
Series?
You know what I'm saying?
Copy.
Right,
He said lock
You
in,
had
bro.
to lose a lot, no matter what. Nobody just goes straight to the top.
He said lock
So-
in.
So it definitely takes some players less time than others. But
I don't even know
it's
who
part
that
of the
is,
process.
Brandon. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
The process for some players is just moving to North America. Then
True.
They get unleashed. Here we go. Recharge.
just itching to
oddball.
play
Gonna
some
be our
games,
next
bro.
game
I'm not
type.
gonna lie.
Can Avicii continue on his trend of playing just extremely well?
Itching
Even
to
in
play
game
some
one, he had
games.
that killing frenzy. He's been basically the heartbeat of the Slays for this one roster. It's the aggressive play towards the camouflage. Cherish and Collect going to give him a double dilemma. Cherish out with that camo, and TSM searching for him, but lurking in the back. He's going to be able to take down his former teammate, and now searching for that next kill. And oh wow, Mortal! How did he do that much damage?
I mean, he jumped off the little generator thing hanging off the wall to throw off his opponent to get the melee kill. That was clean, but I'm starting to notice
That was
Collect and Cherish,
clean.
they're kind of a scary duo. Like these two, they just have a W key. They're just going to hold forward and run you down no matter what, and they don't miss many shots while they do it. So these two flying side by side off the opening break there for that camo might be a sign of things to come.
It's not a very aggressive play from Collect to throw that ball towards that needle, but it dropped down into pit. And that's going to give TSM at least a foothold to contest as they spawned over at back C. Cherish starting off red hot, 5-2 in this game. He's been finding those big kills, but you see no ball time coming out of it. Instead, it's going to be TSM that get the initial ball time.
Okay. TSM looking pretty good here too. They've got the setup on A. Druck trying to get vision and information across the map. Now Talik watching the other side. Mortalley's in the tower, so I mean they've got this nice little kind of square setup. Mortalley has to, I think, a little disconnected. He gets taken down. That's the door open for one to push.
Flies in, collects damage onto the first, but there's 3 one-shots that he wants to finish. Just cannot get the reticle where he needs it. And instead, it's just one player alive, but that one player from TSM is really causing chaos. It's Talik able to live and eventually get the help of Mortally, and they're going to continue with their ball hold. And he has a grapple to potentially steal his camouflage away. I think that's exactly what he's lining up at the moment. Oh, he tried to preemptively do it. Avicii, though. Shroud Screen reigns supreme, and that's going to be camo for one to use.
That was so close. You know, Avicii probably heard or saw the grapple when he grabbed it too. That's why he plays this a little bit slower. Trying to rotate through. Now, yeah, Talik somehow out sneaking the camo player, and he's going to use the grapple he picks up to grab the ball.
I like that. Just drop it down for your teammates. Hey, that's yours. I got some other plans. 2 more bullets left in this shock rifle. Cherish might just be the first target. First shot in, damage. Makes him 1 shot. We're starting to see the pressure, but Talik handling that coolly. As he's not only gonna get 1, he'll make it 2. The double kill and 4 down. As 1 see all see the respawn screen.
Yeah, this is looking tough. I feel like this game mode in particular, probably a little bit harder for like a full pickup squad first time playing together than a team that has as much history as TSM. Yeah, it's just 3 of them, but that teamwork really showing the difference. They feel a bit more confident to manage these scenarios. One in a position where they've got to predict where they're going to run into opponents a little bit better, and then also win those gunfights.
Even just like the comfortability, right? Of like you know what your teammates like to rotate to, and then it's like you know like what they are comfortable with, what they don't really seek out in the game, and those are all intricacies that you learn teaming with each other over a period of time. And Oddball, like you said, I think Oddball is one of those game types that exposes that the most with new teams. It's so hard to win Oddball against an established team as a new roster.
100%. You know all of the plays in the playbook. Full Snipe, I'm a little surprised he doesn't just rush into gold while these players are on respawn. He instead leaves the ball in a pretty precarious spot, goes for a kill, does get the trade. But I would have liked to see him, if he's going to leave the ball, at least put it somewhere that Talik could easily grab it. Now Talik having to fight this player top tower before he can go for it.
As a fight that he never really liked to take as well. These cross map fights where they don't really result in much. You see both those players like not getting those kills. Instead, it's everyone else that gets into the action, and Camo's gonna get burned. It's just Collect, the initial player at tower that's left alive. TSM eventually get those kills, and wow, this is an aggressive rotation from Tonic. They're gonna take it down to C plat, but those spawns were secured before the rotation. Cherish not only is able to get that kill, but is also sucking away a little bit of this ball time that TSM would have gotten.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard for him to predict that spawn though, right? Because Druck is pushing aggressively toward back silo. Long haul, typically not thought of as the one you need to block there, but regardless, it will definitely throw them off. Collect, pushing through, back of the silo, goes for the sticky, finds it. That's a big trade. That should be a little bit easier for the rest of his team to push up.
Massive soul snipe into that front line. Now just wants to find the next. Oh my, soul snipe.
Okay. Well,
just decimates that player at top tower, and their teammates starting to win those gunfights on the other side. Collect versus Soul Snipe, 1v1,
brother.
1v none. Collect goes down, and TSM are really starting to roll, and Soul Snipe is hitting every shot imaginable. This shock rifle looking guaranteed at the moment.
That angle was crazy on the last kill too. I know it wasn't the headshot, but that was like the last sliver of visibility. What the?
This brother's going insane.
Soul Snipe has this extra gear, man. He's not always there, but when he is, he's insane.
Don't put snipe in your name unless you gotta back it up. You know what I'm saying? It's you don't get to see many players have the sniper moniker and get too far unless they can hit
hell yeah,
like
Brandon, good shit.
Snipe just about made the maximum use of that shock rifle, and he's still can put on the pressure. Wow, what? Ooh, was that an insta-split that came through from Cherish? I
think so.
That looked nasty from across the map as well. You see him, he threw that from bottom white, was able to get those kills, but at the end, their kills are just not facilitating much more than dissipating pressure. They need something to break a setup.
Avicii though, trying to change the story, has the camo, finds the Killjoy. But the melee doesn't trade out as well. It's pretty massive. He's still here to continually apply pressure. Knows his team is here as well. Oh my god, the fast sensitivity of Avicii, able to clean that player up. That was clean.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I'd use clean. I think that made me want to throw up. It's just the way that he just is able to hit those shots, and he's staying calm, cool, and collected at those right moments, and one starting to get some crucial kills. Cherish able to find that player on the cross, and he knows where Druck is.
Oh, that's fucking sick,
all
Brandon.
the information needed to
good shit.
Chunk away at this.
Good shit.
20 seconds of neutral time though, so obviously must be very careful about when he drops his
Is
ball.
it terrible that I've not heard of either of these teams? I know Collect, but these other dudes aren't familiar. You don't know anybody on TSM?
With the plasma pistol, doesn't find it onto Soul Snipe.
Yeah,
great job to fight back. They were down by
I will say
50 points previously. Now only 15
Cherish was
points
just on
behind.
this TSM team, and he was on like Pure and shit last year. But yeah, all these players, I mean, even Collect, but all these players came up in Infinite.
Jackson that has to get to them, but TSM is just play keep away, and I don't think anyone's gonna get to this ball
Yeah, TSM.
in time. They spawn.
Yeah, most of TSM was native red at one point. They've been around
is
since
too
like
great.
end of age
And
5,
there
middle
we
age
go,
5.
Round 1 for TSM, despite great efforts from one at the end. TSM survive in the first round.
Impressive showing from TSM. They built that lead early. It wasn't clean all the way through, but it was clean enough to close out the round. Does one have an answer back here? Talked about how TSM have a lot more experience as a team, and that might be their edge that they carry in, but the more reps that we see from one, the closer they get to having that similar teamwork.
Cherish just basically giving everyone the beat down early on. He's going to be able to get that shock rifle for his team as Jackson moves up with the camouflage. TSM going to have a bit of a struggle to get towards this ball anytime soon.
Okay, looks like a push here from Yak and Collect. Collect the one without the camo. Yak behind. Cherish quickly rotating. Is the ball going to follow suit though? The whole team kind of, yeah, they just leave Avicii by himself. That was a bit confusing to watch, but hey, Cherish is back and he's hitting headshots, so who cares, right?
Yeah, they know where Soul Snipe's at as well, so they should be able to just get this ball back to safety. And those slays working out in their favor. Cherish getting some great damage, but Druck it. Oh, unrelenting with his challenge. The long-term duo comes in to come clean it up. A double kill as Soul Snipe is starting to run his way towards one, and you're gonna see an early play ball most likely here. And I really like that from Soulsnipe. He just tracks back. He's gonna try to get himself ready for the play.
Cherish getting some revenge on his former teammate with the slide out turnaround 185 shot. That was pretty gross. Morley though able to hold down the pipes here. Ball's on the reset point, but no one's quite comfortable to grab it just yet. Morley still fighting for space here. Knows he needs to stay alive.
Morley gonna take the fight to a different venue. He's just about in every different lane, fighting every player he possibly can, but not enough damage to keep TSM alive in those pipes. Instead, one find their collapse, and they sent players from every lane possible to get in, and they're gonna be able to reap the rewards. More ball time for one, and this looks like a completely different story than what we saw in the first round.
Yeah, how does TSM play this? They're gonna play for the camo first. Need to find a pick and then find a way into gold pipes. Looks like they all rotate long haul side, and I don't think the rest of one are gonna expect this. They're not really in positions to stop it. Talik though somehow ends up top tower, finds a kill of his own, and that is a perfectly broken setup. Morley's playing SWAT apparently, finds 2 quick pickups, and now TSM with a chance to hold.
Yeah, not only just a chance. I mean, this is like pretty much a bona fide setup right now. You see the L coming through. Soulsnipe gonna be on the top end. Morley gonna watch his cross, and one gonna have to try to find their break. They're saying 2 players out through the middle, and they sent a player underneath Morley during that time. So one surprisingly got a lot of space on the map early on, and Talik gonna have that double beat down, but I don't think that's enough to keep that ball in their possession. One will be able to transfer ownership.
Love the double melee. It is a little bit faster than the bandit when you melee with an objective item. Well, certain objective items.
Well, it's even more, right? It's like the pistol, like it's like the smaller the weapon, the faster the punches. So see a lot of interesting usage of that. I was talking to Jakalis. He's been all on the BXR train, saying that if you're not BXR, you're losing. Or not BXR, BXB. Yeah, sorry.
What's really funny
I was going to say, I'm not really sure what he's talking about.
Intentionally, my muscle memory from Halo 2 is so strong that I will always be XP.
This is elder privilege in display right now. I don't have to worry about any of that stuff back in Halo 5. You know, why am I gonna learn?
I can't stop. Like, people watch my gameplay, they're like, why do you do that? I'm like, it's literally just ingrained in my hands. I don't know.
Yeah, so BXB is a thing in Halo Infinite, just not nearly as powerful as it was in Halo 2, but yeah, we'll earn you a couple extra trades here and there. We see the push from TSM starting to be successful. Obviously, the only player alive, and Soulsnipe said, nope, 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 nope. That ain't going out the window. He pulls it right back in for his team, and that ball refuses to go out the window. Druk will be able to get it back into his possession. He wants to have a little bit more freedom. He'll send Talik back to pick up that ball as Camouflage still in play.
Yeah, obviously still did a good job to waste their time a little bit. We can see if that comes back to be a difference maker. So far, Yaxon kind of struggling in this game. Not really able to get online the way we know he's capable of. Druk's camo expires, and he's all in the open. Tries to greed for the kill onto Collect, but just some damage will be done before he gets taken down.
Yaxon did some damage. He's gonna wait for his teammate to get into position to help, and there it is. Cherish double kill as he hits number 23, and they will take this lead back from TSM. Wow, what is the spawn gonna be? This is so interesting. Collect is so far forward on the map, and he is gonna reap the rewards. First kill on the Druk, and he knows there's damage on the rest. TSM, they are just so far away from Avis, who's holding the ball on the other end of the map.
He does decide to drop it though. They know the push is coming through the gold pipes. Great dodge on the grenade there, but unfortunately can't dodge the second one. And it's a good push from TSM. They should be able to crawl their way back into position.
Druk trying to find a weakened player underneath. The Yaxon will eventually go down, and you see complete change in the map composition. One now stuck over on that pipe side as TSM has rotated that ball in the long haul, but they haven't quite committed towards the C push. Instead, they're going to take the fight at long haul. Soulsnipe and Morley working together to try to win on these front lines, but very risky plays as one are starting to win some gunfights, and Yaxon runs forward, and they will be able to find the break. It's only 20 seconds needed, and with the grapple to get Camouflage, one has everything.
This is such a good position for them to get this round. TSM though break through while Yaxon's distracted getting this camo, and now he takes so much grenade damage. Has to back up, but Cherish clutches up on the back line.
Yeah, Cherish just ran through everyone, said, I'm gonna grab this thing. Puts it off the map, and at least Collect is there with the shock rifle. It's a full shock rifle at that to try to play keep away. First player through, first headshot in. Collect very rarely misses when given an easy shot like that. He knows that pressure came through. In fact, it's completely flipped. TSM all got through the pipes, but Collect really never felt any of that damage, and it's just been waiting on for that next player to put damage on. Oh my God, what are we doing, bro? He just won in those gunfights.
I don't know. He just does something that
What
makes
are
my
we
jaw drop
doing?
every time I watch him play. The guy is such a fiend on the map. Cherish in a really awkward position. Yeah, it's not over, but what does Cherish do here? There's nothing.
Yeah, there's nothing for him to do. 3 players at TSM just running as a pack. It's a wolf pack mentality at the end of this game as they're looking for struggling players.
Oh,
it's a 2-on-3, but they got a lot of damage on the first. They equalized the numbers. TSM, it was 2-on-3. They didn't get a trade. That's unbelievable. One just steal the ball away, and I don't think TSM's going to get there in time. It's just mortally. He goes down. We're tied 1 apiece.
how many times between last week and this week has it been 1-1 in the series and 1-1 in the game 3? The level of Halo that we have been witnessing has been a treat. If you guys aren't watching every minute, what are you doing? This has been crazy.
Yeah, what are you doing?
Stats from everyone. Everyone just like basically right there with each other for TSM. Sharing the load equally, but here we go. Camouflage still up. No one really went for it early into this round. Instead, it'll be a delayed grab that I believe benefits one as Collect gets away, and no one really had angles on him. They're just gonna get ball time, camouflage. I think everything going in their favor early in this round.
How does Collect play this? He's gonna let them go. He's purposefully not moving because he doesn't want the distortion to show up. Perfectly
Holy
executed.
shit, brother.
Nice smack. Now he's gonna grab the ball, and this should be a strong hold for ball time. That's a 4 dead. Talik first spawner, and Cherish and them spawn elevators, so they know 100% where the spawns are. Should be able to shut them down on their route.
I actually like the grapple use from Collect there to get to that ball. You didn't want to waste a second of this time that they could get right there. That's 24 seconds of premium ball time that will go into their possession. But TSM, they find a break just as quick as Collect was able to get those kills. Collect almost just saw a black screen. Talik, if the reticle was a little bit to the right, would have been a perfectly executed spawn snipe, but instead they're gonna all position themselves at pipes. I mean, TSM very condensed on the map right now. They don't have a lot of space to work with.
I think they're totally fine with it though. They can kind of, there's only a couple ways in, right? There's bat ledge, the stairs, and the pipe door. So when they watch all of them, they know there's a finite way for them to get in.
That wasn't me,
It
I don't
looks
think.
like Talik tries to win against Avicii, but Avicii wisely just grabs the ball, chucks it out. Does not get away with his life, but that makes it so TSM can't score if they win this fight.
More damage coming through, and absolutely Cherish, but he is in between a rock and a hard place. They were not going to let him get away. Camouflage is up, and it looks like TSM were able to get that before Avicii or anyone else from one could contest. It's going to be Drunk that gets away with it, and
Someone's
already
PC
a
is
lot of
dying,
damage
yeah.
being put down. These next few slays are going to
Gonna say,
determine probably a big
it was the
chunk
low
of
battery
time
notification.
on this oddball.
Drunk being really patient here. No, he misses the jump though. Is that going to come back to bite him? He's not able to hold it comfortably now. That's going to come back to bite him. I mean, this is a lot of time that they're not getting now because he fell off of the bat ledge.
Yeah, he would have been just safe inside of pipes instead. Having to look for way more damage. They get it back, but they haven't really secured their left side yet. Cherish and Yaxon are waiting to push in. Druk was able to spot Yak before he gets through the door, but here comes the push. Cherish gonna lead the charge. He'll take most of the damage, but multiple players from one to back it up. Avicii and Collect inside the pipes trying to hold off the remaining players at TSM, but looks like they're gonna reapproach it. Oh, mortally, that's devastating for him. Cherish just gets the greatest spawn possible to take him out, and that's gonna give one the much needed space they needed on their left side to have a very established ball hold. I mean, this is about perfect for them.
Okay, how does TSM play this though? They're in the position they have to push through. Talik just waiting for the right time. Was the previous last player alive? One probably searching for him, but didn't check here. A lot of good opening damage. That's gonna be what the rest of TSM need to hear to push forward. Soulstein pushes in without hesitation. Tries to clean up the rest of the players here. New shock rifles up as well, so if that trades into their hands, it could be exactly what TSM need in this round.
See, Soulstein's gonna get ready. Remember what he was doing earlier with that. Opts to use that grapple to get to that ball instead of popping that shock rifle into his hands. See Camo, Druck, is he able to get the trade on to Collect? Sprinting away, but not able to keep his life. And now TSM, they're going to be able to collapse on the rest of one. They know the spawns are coming at A, and you see that ball quickly rotating its way towards long haul, trying to keep that distance between the spawners of one and their hold.
Okay, that opening kill onto Mortally is pretty massive, but Druck finds Collect as an answer. The rotation is good too. They're able to take the ball to long haul, and one are forced to funnel into this area. They're ready for it. Got to run through some grenades from Mortally. Cherish it, taken down to one shot. Talik should be able to finish this. He does. Very well executed rotation and pivot from TSM. One are holding decently well done.
Got Cherish 41 kills to his name. He is going to battle against his former team, but at the worst time, it's the TSM that get a triple kill, and Cherish has to go to that respawn and think about what their game plan is. There's not much time left to find this break, and they're gonna all spawn at A. This is gonna be much needed coordination from one to get to them.
This long haul hold is so annoying to play against as well. Avicii and them push through though. Great double kill from Avicii. Ball also gets rotated down here to the C stairs. And now if they know where the spawn is coming from, should be able to rotate this to glass.
Oh, go ahead. They have those split spawns over at the needle, like half wall. That could be enough to just obliterate those players from TSM, and I think that's exactly what's going to happen. They're going to be able to actually get this rotation to see. They're going to be really well set up for this next chunk of time.
Avicii needs to stay alive though. He goes down. The rest of TSM come pushing through. He's going to sit in this corner, see if he can bait somebody to come through. Finds Talik in the tower. Talik just being a nuisance, getting some good grenade damage down. Knows the squad is pushing in from the other side. The pinch looks pretty good from TSM. Should be able to force the play ball.
Yeah, Cherish really milking out these last seconds. He might go down into the play spot. No, he's gonna just throw it out. Just a 2-second differential between these two teams. Woo, okay, Jackson
spawned close.
Yeah, he spawned over into the pipes. It's a one-on-one, him and Mortally waiting for the help, but he doesn't need it. Hits the head. Soulsnipe now the only player remains, but Druck went onto that flank, double kill for him, and
4 dead.
Oh no, how? Those players go down. It's gonna be ball time for one. Around the corner they go. The lead is theirs. One can steal this.
This is insane. One might be able to pull this out. Cherish wants this more than anybody. Collect all of a sudden has 42 as well. He's been popping off. Gets another one. They need 8 seconds to go, but need to win this fight as well. They can't just hold it all the way through.
There's a flank coming in from the top pipes, but Collect just dropped down into the middle. He only needs a couple more seconds. He goes down. The ball's stuck into the batteries, but Cherish can win it all. Just one player to stop him, but Cherish gets the last couple seconds. No, the ball is still down. Yes, Avicii gets it, and Cherish and the rest of one will take the lead in the series.
It's gotta be no one more fired up right now than that man Cherished. We just got done watching the clip of his gripes with the way he was dropped. They had the coach tell him he was the one that was dropped. Couldn't even say it to his face, and I think he took that personally because he is popping off right now.
Yeah, look at him helping lead the way. 42 kills to his name. Collect right there with him at 43, and that, man, we are seeing a banger after banger of a series in our winners quarterfinal today. I mean, just think about what we saw in the previous series, what we're seeing in this one. This is some premium Halo that we have on our screens today.
Oh, this is funny, by the way. Talik tries to get the camo, but Avicii perfect timing with the shroud to steal that from under his nose. I mean, we saw great plays from just about everybody in this lobby. Jackson was low on the kill count, but had a ton of assists. I want to say he ended with like 32, which is just insane. But man, we're seeing some crazy Halo, Garrett. How close are all the teams in the game right now?
I think this one, we go to 5, right, Eli? You know,
it feels like it.
Get yourself ready, kick those feet up, get yourself ready. You know, go to the kitchen, get what you need. Get yourself a light snack, get yourself your beverage of choice, because I want to see a Slayer determine this one off.
We have to see this spree from Soul Snipe was insane. Also the efficiency and awareness to grab the oddball, toss it to that flick shot. Can we play that one in slow mo? That was like I want to talk about the reaction time on that. Man, I love Brandon just able to click a button and do it immediately. I think we gotta wait through a couple kills here.
Oh yeah, never mind. We missed it. It's all good.
But
dude, we had like 10 minutes of highlights in this series, but in this game, dude, it's
yeah. But just like the reaction time that these players have is so impressive. It was within like less than probably a fifth of a second that the player appears on Soul Snipe's screen, and then he just flicks to hit the headshot. Disgusting stuff.
Dude, those flicks are nasty. Like I can't believe it, especially with those shock rifles. It's like it's not just about to hit the head.
Abrupt ass song change
with it, right? And it's like it is fun to see these players flick it over and hit those shots. We're gonna have another shock rifle to play as we move into Solitude, King of the Hill. Last series we saw it finish 3-1, and it was just as close as what this series has given us here today. TSM need to win this King of the Hill to push us into a game 5-1, and Cherish could be looking at their quick revenge. And Cherish immediately grabs that camouflage for his team, but not going to be able to live much longer with it.
At least burning it out's a big deal, though. Just denies that resource to the opposition. Avicii. Oh, that would have been disgusting. Soul Snipe somehow jumps up and finds the melee after a good effort from Avicii to win that one. And yeah, this is going to be back and forth. I can already tell.
Collect's going to be able to win that shock rifle, and he's looking for his next few targets. Securing the spawns for his team. You see TSM going to be gathering towards the opposite end of the map, but you're going to have to get through this. You're going to have to get through Collect with this shock rifle to get anywhere near this hill.
He tries to catch Soul Snipe off guard. Doesn't land the headshot, though. His position definitely called out, but look how fast he's moving. I mean, he was clearly on a mission there. It doesn't quite pan out the way maybe he envisioned it, but neither team has much hill time for it.
You can see that. It's so fun to watch Collect play, because most players, they get the shock rifle, they're like, okay, let me just hold an angle. I'll like try to get a couple easy headshots. He never stopped pushing forward. He said, we're gonna put on a highlight reel for everyone here watching today, but it's gonna work out this time. TSM, they've been able to get about a third of this hill under its belt before Collect's able to get in and find these find this contest. But really, TSM has been letting one push into the middle of the map and then collapsing into them. They really, I feel like, have played a much cleaner hill this time around.
Yeah, I feel like TSM probably favored in this matchup, but wow, not when Jackson's getting beatdowns like that he had no business getting. Somehow that steamrolls into a 4 dead for TSM. This is a massive moment for one. If they are able to get the first hill and rotate to next, which they're actually in great position to do so, this would be a great start to this game to vastly increase their odds of winning it.
They know they're trapped over at the nest.
There's a long-ass first hill as well, no?
He finds the one shot, and now drop the next target. Perfect shots on him.
Oh!
You'll be the third. He's eating them all up. Jackson sends TSM all to the respawn screen once again, and they were just waiting for this moment. They've been able to catapult themselves right back, and they have the first points on board.
Unreal gameplay that we're seeing out of Jackson. This guy is locked in right now.
That was sick.
For Cherished cause as well, but it is TSM with a good rotation. Nice trade out sticky from the grave. Will make it a little bit easier for one to push through. Collect needs to find this kill first though, and he does.
Drops down. That's 5 in a row for him now. TSM, though, they've just been able to sit in this hill pretty much uncontested this entire time. It's took a long time for one to eventually get in and find that break. About half this hill taken, but it looks like one might be well positioned after they've done so. Druck with that shock rifle, he's going to try to win these back spawns, but still need to find these couple kills. Oh, okay, he's just not going to miss. Just not going to miss. It's fine.
It's pretty simple, man. Just don't miss.
Yeah, that was extremely fast. Sorry, they just broke it like that. That's okay.
That's all it takes. Now they're getting some awful spawns too, spawning on the complete opposite side of the map. There's no chance they stop this hill. They really needed to not die here as well, though, because now that Yaxon's out of the picture, TSM can more freely push forward into the next hill.
Camouflage coming up in 10 seconds. Druck can really dictate how they play for this, but Collect was able to find that back flank just in time, gets that shock rifle into his hands, and he's not wasting any time getting close to this camouflage. He wants to get it away before anyone from TSM can spot him.
Collect with the reload. Seeing if he can land one. No, unfortunately, sliding target, too difficult. He's got stickies and repulse, though. This could turn into something beautiful. Out of shock ammo, but you can expect if someone rounds this corner at the wrong time, they're going to die to that sticky repulse combination.
Yeah, he's getting so much info for his team right now. He knows where it is. Send him back. He also probably got some damage on the Tog.
The insta.
Just short. He used the other nade masterfully there, but he's doing max damage, and they're not getting past Collect. He said, "You shall not pass." Another player sent back into the wall, and it's a couple more assists. Let's make it a third as all the players at TSM go down. This looks almost all but guaranteed for one.
This is insane. One really stepping up. I mean, they clutched that last game, now taking a 2-1 lead. It's far from over here, but any lead is big in King of the Hill with such a low scoring game. But every time that they've captured so far, TSM have been on this tram side ready for the next rotation. Want to see some good breaks here. Maybe burn off a lot of clock time here if you're on the side of one.
Yeah, they found about perfect break. Tog, the only player alive, and he just has to punt it away. He says, "No, I'm not taking any challenge anytime soon." Waits for the team help, then gets that first kill, but one are really well positioned here. And you see TSM, it's going to be a bit of a dogfight to get themselves into a position to contest. And man, I feel like Collect is in the zone. Dude, he's only died 3 times.
Oh my.
He's 14 and 3.
He's perfect timing too.
Not gonna lie, bro. Also, at the start of game 1,
that he's not even seen. I mean, this guy is
like, bro, TSM was running their shit. All of a sudden, a switch flipped, and these brothers just kicked up.
You just stand behind him at land. It's like he's playing an advanced game. He knows his timings really well. He's able to pop out at the most inopportune times. And he very rarely loses those one-on-one engagements. Like when he's at his top level, there's not many that want to be in a gunfight with him.
Absolutely right. Seems like when he slows down, he can really slow down at times. If he can just find this, what we're seeing right now at 100% accuracy, 100% efficiency, I mean, he could become one of the scariest players in the league. His movement is just incredible.
Yeah, and that's the fun part is, like, we'd love to see him get into those faces, but I think the change of pace, right? The change of speed that he does sometimes on people is just so fun to watch. But TSM find their break, and they've been able to at least scavenge about half this hill so far. And one, they're so spread on the map right now. You see how separate these two players are, and damage going into both. But with Yaxon winning that gunfight, he's not going to slow himself down. Instead, TSM had to vacate that hill to try to get into these gunfights, and they're just not, I mean, right now, one's just not losing their gunnies. They're winning crucial gunfights, and this hill's not over yet. One could still find this contest and potentially steal this one away.
One are definitely finding picks in situations that they have to, and it's like in the exact time that they need that clutch to happen. And that's why they've been able to maintain this lead, not just in this game, but also the last game as well. Just been those very narrowly 1 millisecond pixel differences. And so far,
4 home runs in a single game, and they still lost.
Weather the storm, but it's not going to be enough. It looks like TSM should be able to tie it up here.
Now, let's see if even one wants to contest this at all. I think they might just play for this next camouflage.
Also, who does he play for? Does he still play for the Mariners, or does he play for?
He's gonna try to get into that contest, but two players just ready.
What does he? Who does he play for? Arizona.
Laser him down, and with that, collects the only player alive. Potentially still with his camo. Can he pop it in? Yeah, he will get the burn, but that's everyone from one going down. And TSM.
I was gonna say I knew it was like Arizona or Cincinnati or one of those.
Yeah, it seemed like a bit of a faded.
Or maybe he used to play for Cincinnati like a few years ago.
Who cares?
Maybe that's what I'm thinking
Easily
of.
get 3 dead. That was insane.
Obviously, can just come off spawn and get double. I mean, let's make it 4 down. Right? You don't have anything to worry about. Oh, those spawns are very close to Avicii. I don't think he was expecting that. But he is still surviving and adapting to the play. TSM, they are just gonna get hunted down at the end here. This is just premium time for one. You have to feel so good when you're taking
nice.
fights and you're in
I was gonna say
yeah, my teammates are. I don't have to
that was in my brain
They're
for some
just gonna
reason.
Take it onto the front lines.
I was wondering why.
One and get about 2/3 of the way there.
Cherish did a good job of backing out of the hill as soon as he needed to, but still going to be taking it down. It's TSM's turn to sit in this hill. They're spawning here on the blue side, so it's very easy for SoulSnipe to predict the next spawns and might be able to land a headshot here on an unsuspecting victim.
I mean, TSM, 1 round of slays. I'll guarantee this hill. Where does that push come from? Collects information going to be spread to the team, and looks like they're just going to punt. There's going to be no contest. And TSM, despite going forward,
can't believe they give that up.
Hill and having all that pressure on them
for the bottom middle hill
and take a hill lead. And there's only a minute neutral time. I doubt they step into this hill.
Doesn't really
It's
make
such
much
an
sense
interesting
for them
call.
too.
I don't know
SoulSnipe's
about
also
that
got
shit,
the
bro. I
sniper
feel like
in
you
a
might have to
position where he
desperate
can
that.
Gatekeep one from getting in.
Also, how did you forget about this
Almost
guy?
lands the second, but Yaxon survives. Now with the shock rifle in hand himself, they need this hill. They still got plenty of time. And they've been slaying out when they need to so far.
Not wasting any time getting themselves into that hill. You definitely don't want to be in a fight against the neutral clock to get this. It's like Yak's gonna have an easy time taking down SoulSnipe. Had no idea where he was, and now Yaxon camo away for his
They gotta
team.
get time
this
though.
Big moments for one. It's just gonna come down to execution, and Yaxon is going
They gotta get
right
time
into
though.
the front. He wants to get in front of both these players, damage into both, and he's just giving info and waiting for his camouflage to make the impact.
Yeah.
Gets the melee repull, sends that player back, rotates around, just holding these guys in place.
Yep.
Great grenade placement as well. Knows there's another target
Good
lurking
stuff.
somewhere on the snipe side. While he's rotating back to see if he can locate his target.
Gotta help bottom.
Teammate in the hill dies, so he's probably forced to be in a position where he needs to get in the hill after these kills come through.
TSM is breaking. TSM is breaking.
To get themselves into a believable position. They just need 1-2 more rounds of slays. And this will be their hill. And we'll go into a sudden death final hill.
Oh my
It looks
god.
like TSM, they're almost
Big kill.
rotating themselves, anticipating to lose this. They're setting themselves up for next.
I mean, that's a good
but 10
in some
seconds.
cases. Oh, Collect needs to live here. No, he finally goes
Oh my
down.
god, we're going to a game 5.
So no great positioning on the map for one. And that
Oh my god, they're in.
Kind of rush the hill. Is it gonna work?
Oh my god, they're in.
With the clutch, but it's not gonna be enough.
Oh, literally a bro. Did you see how close that was?
TSM forced the game 5 just as
So
we thought.
close.
Wow,
And they forced the game
so
5. Fuck,
interesting
bro.
at the end. The
I gotta get off in a
from
few minutes.
TSM.
I'm not gonna have any time for Destiny, bro. I'm
Unfortunately,
pissed.
the kills for Cherish not going to be enough to win it.
These
for his
motherfuckers
team.
had to go to a
Unfortunately
game
for
5.
The stream, we get a game 5.
God damn it.
TSM push us one step further, and we're going to Origin to settle the beef. This has been such a fantastic series to watch, Eli.
Man, this is the salty run back between some former teammates.
The salty run back.
I mean, both teams are playing insane right now. I feel like both teams are also making a lot of mistakes, but it's been very impressive to watch. I don't even know how to predict this last game. It could literally go either way. This might be a fast one. It might go down to the wire. It could literally be anything.
Triple kill.
Yeah, I'm very curious to see how these teams come out the gate. The big thing is, right, we're not gonna see. I mean, one shouldn't have any sort of established strat, right? This is a brand new team.
Game 5. Game 5.
We don't even necessarily know if this is gonna be a team that's gonna stick together after this week. I think there's been a lot of speculation that this is a team that's gonna try to compete with each other at DreamHack, but you know, nothing's guaranteed in these next few weeks, right?
Nothing at all, I don't think. I mean, there's really not that much time to figure things out, so it definitely benefits the teams to make their decisions sooner rather than later. But I mean, if things don't feel right, they don't feel right. They're going to probably make a change. So some of the results of these series in Game 5s can spell a totally different fate for the players and who ends up teaming together.
Well, let's lock ourselves in. 50 kills will determine the winner here today. One final game, and this will be the final series that we see on broadcast here today.
All right, lock in, man.
TSM. One. Can Cherish get his revenge? Yaxon opens up with the double kill. Drock.
Oh, what the hell,
triple
son?
for Yaxon. Action Yaxon right into the kill feed.
This would be so cathartic for Cherish to pull off the dub. Will Yaxon help?
Literally his last
him
bullet.
Achieve the salty run back. Collect with the it's one triple to the next, and it is.
We give it to him. Oh, what the fuck?
They have everything on the map.
Yeah, one. This is about as good as a start as you can get.
You just yoinked that shit.
Only have one kill to their name. Cherish
Oh my god.
shut out
These guys heard me talking about Destiny. They're gonna speedrun this shit for me.
At the start, and one are starting to roll. There's nothing these
God.
players can do. They are just seeing respawn after respawn.
What the fuck is going on,
it's
bro?
Obliteration. All 5 pieces have been assembled.
Okay, TSM need to slow the bleeding quickly. This cannot continue for them if they want to have a chance in this. We've seen these leads just get out of control and become insurmountable, but there it is, couple kills in the kill feed. Once TSM gets a little bit of momentum, you know they're going to play fast. They're going to play for those spawn kills. I expect Soul Snipe to cut through the center of the map here as it complements his teammate's position.
Now, when you think about what we saw in the early
God.
game, 2 triple kills, the pacing, the fact that they're only down 4 kills right now, it feels unbelievable. TSM are absolutely still right within reach, and Lex gonna have a big gunfight. Looks like they're just not gonna take it. Talik says, nope, we're not giving you that one. And
nope.
Head back towards his team, but it's starting to be trade outs in the middle of the map. A little bit more of that stable Halo that we're used to seeing as TSM get control of Sniper, but one just left it right when they came up, so they're not necessarily too eager to take this fight over on the Snipe side.
I mean, Snipe a powerful position, but not without a complementary position. That's why we see Soul Snipe going to the top rockets. If he can survive here, this is massive. TSM now with significant map coverage should be able to come out on top. Soul Snipe in a position to shut down the next set of spawners, or at least keep them from shooting his teammates, make their fight win a little bit easier. They actually end up trading out a few of the kills, but it's now just a 2-kill advantage for one as TSM have bounced back beautiful.
Yeah, they're just down 1 now, and that was just about a perfect origin play there. And you see the power of the rocket side. What the rocket side allows you to do is really control the silvers, and those silvers are so powerful.
I love the Halo 2 Magnum.
Origin. That's how you see that triple kill get facilitated.
That BR looks fucking criminal, bro.
Really
How have I not seen that?
Question for one. This Sniper,
what the hell is that thing?
Impactful, to say the least. 3 seconds till it's up, and one is there early to try to get the contest, but they need to find the kill on Druck, and he has just been playing this position so masterfully. How does he got 2 with rocket? How did that happen? Soul Snipe was the player that originally grabbed those rockets. He didn't get to shoot one of those off. Instead, one got 2 kills off those rockets that they didn't initially grab.
Yeah, not sure how that exactly transpired, but I mean, this lead, you gotta feel like the momentum's on the side of TSM. They have really cut this lead all the way down to 0. Still been tied for a while. Snipe in the hands of Talik. Feel like this gun right here is gonna make the difference. Finds a body shot. I think TSM might push forward off of this as Talik wants to reroute, find a new angle to watch his teammates push forward. But they get a little bit disconnected here. Talik's unable to be a part of this fight until just now.
But he finds the perfect timing on those 2 players. Obviously, ooh, dangerous challenge. Talik Snipe's a bit off for now, but
you said
ooh, still to work with, and he's just playing the as far away from these players as possible. Wants to try to give himself ample opportunity to hit these snipe shots.
Talik gonna probably predict a spawn on his left side here. That's why he's playing a little bit cautious. After getting some intel from his teammates. Now gonna back up. Hasn't been able to get a lot of value out of this sniper, and as a result, 3 members of TSM go down. 1 have tied it back up.
I wasn't really a big fan of how TSM was playing their snipe side position, and we saw one were able to take advantage of that, isolating those players away from Talik, get those kills. But Talik in the meantime has stayed alive, and he still has a little bit of that sniper to work with. 2 bullets. First one gonna hit the body of Avicii, and that's gonna slow down that push on the sniper side. You see the flank coming in. Druck is ready to take on the challenge on the other end. And here we go, the collapse is coming. TSM trying to break through, but not able to get the timings quite right. One is making this much more difficult than TSM had anticipated.
This has been such a mixy sequence altogether. Both teams all over this base, but some are in front, some behind, left and right. It's finally a TSM that put the pieces of the puzzle together, take a 4-kill lead so far, and map positioning. Druck with the battle rifle, long range is going to be scary. One need to find a pick here early if they want to come back.
This time Soul Snipe is going to be able to maximize that rocket usage. Double kill for him, and oh, this is devastating for one. They're starting to really get splintered out. All 4 go down.
Well,
look at how they went down. 2 players split off each other.
TSM brought it back.
It's gonna be a while before they can have an all 4-player support. Push in, couple kills. Struck gonna be able to get a double. That BR been so effective for him. He has 16 to his name, and this has been his home. That silver area. He's been loving just maneuvering between snipe side and the middle part of the map, and it's really been reaping rewards for him.
I mean, Druck is so slippery on any map, but I feel like a Halo 5 map, feeling like he's right back at home, secures himself the 360 medal with the now 8-kill lead. I mean, this is looking real bad for one.
Yeah, you see the power of that silver side. It's getting more of those kills. Chair's gonna be a bit of a thorn for TSM right now. They don't have that freedom to get in, but once they got that kill, that's gonna open up the floodgates. Here we go. The push is in and collect. Yeah, there's no chance of him staying alive. 49-39. TSM gonna look for the layup of the final kill as Druck will reap the reward. Yaxon down to 1, and he'll get 19 to finish the game. TSM, we're down but never out.
And there it goes.
Never out. This was a hard
Iron Man.
close series for both of these squads, but it was TSM who ended up taking it in the end.
We gonna be back on the Halo tomorrow. I'm on Destiny,
very
man.
early game
Swifty,
of
where
this
we at,
series.
man?
TSM, they closed the lead, turned it around. What led them to secure that victory?
I got time for like.
Oh, I really thought that the Druck silver control was pivotal throughout that game.
I got time for like one run of this shit.
I don't think people have put enough emphasis on how powerful that silver is. For those that aren't familiar, you see the catwalk where snipers spawns.
Yeah, I'm a little short on time, Swifty. I got time for like 1 or 2 Dares of Eternity runs if you down.
That gives you access to just about every lane on the map.
I did not anticipate that series going that long.
That Soul Snipe was really providing over on that rocket side throughout most of that game.
But alright, GG's.
It allowed Druck to just get.
Like I said, we're gonna be on the Halo tomorrow. For the Championship Sunday of this tournament. But yeah, for now we finna hop on some Destiny. Wind the night down a little bit. Yeah, no, I'm down for that, Swifty. I am down for that. Yeah, no problem, Smooth Criminal. We will be live tomorrow with more of it. Don't you worry, brother. Yo.
I was muted, never mind.
Nah, you all good? What's good, brother?
Just leveling, putting the grind in.
Hell yeah. I'm trying to get there myself. I've been itching to play, but I ain't had no time. I'm trying to see if I could cheat and squeeze
that open went on forever.
Oh, it did, bro.
That's crazy. And games are pretty insane, though.
No, the games were sick. Yeah, that shit took forever.
Yeah, I set everything up that'll kind of shred, so.
Oh, fuck yeah. Adjusted power. It adjusts me to 2017.
Oh, did it? Okay. So this will lock your equipment though, so you gotta be careful.
Lock 'em? Oh. As in like everything that I have equipped currently?
Yeah.
I mean,
everything gets put in. It'll be all good.
That's alright, I guess.
Yeah. No, I got everything to stun champions and do whatever.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, got my Warlock story done. I got on this morning. Got it caught up to where you were in the story.
Fuck yeah.
That way, I got one character to kind of run side by side with.
Yeah, I'm gonna hopefully have some time over the next couple days to play some more. I'd definitely like to. I want to get that campaign done.
Coming to you live from a fractured reality where time itself has no meaning. It's dares of eternity. We are your hosts, the humble serve.
Whenever you play on expert, does it not, it doesn't fill? It's just 2? Oh my god, I died. Okay, sorry, I'm back. And I'm dead again. Oh my god. He just one-shotted my shit. I didn't think it was like that. Also, you might be muted, I'm not sure. Oh, he got dragged out.
Okay, there it goes. What the hell?
You yeah, you like got dragged out of the call somehow.
Yeah, it's crazy. I was like, what the heck?
I was just sitting here talking. I was like, so I did not. Bro, I got one-shotted by the fucking hobgoblin. I did not realize it was like that.
Yeah, they don't fuck around.
I was just chilling, running at him, bro.
Yeah, arc damage is amplified on here, so it's gonna shred us quite a bit.
Oh, and I'm using fucking. It locked my shit, and I'm using goddamn solar. That's fun. All my shit is solar, bro. Fuck.
Oh, we're gonna have like shields for like everything too, so we'll avoid solar and all that stuff. That's one thing I kind of didn't anticipate, but I'll have to kind of like shackle everything and try and get it to work there. Ooh, jackpot. Say lows. Oh yeah, I forgot. It's set. It's fuck. I should have recalled what it was for the expert. They have set things for this. So like this will be Cabal. I think it's Hive and then Fallen. They
Interesting.
Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna be in shambles here. Yeah, there's gonna be champions.
Oh, I might be dead.
As live as you'll ever be. Never mind. Oh, I got you.
I got eaten, bro. Thank you. Oh, that did like no damage. Oh my god. Oh my god, because all my shit is solar. I hate my life. Does that mean I just do like literally negative damage to any of these guys?
You shouldn't. I think it's just because of your cap level. Because this is 2025. Just that small difference is wild.
Oh shit!
Yeah, I was trying to murder him. He was all up in our shit. Nah, they just do outrageous damage.
Trying to focus on what I can do. Oh my god.
I didn't realize there's this many champions. I might be dead here. Yep. I didn't realize there's that many champions right there.
How do I?
Oh no, it's not. It's just Legion.
How do I cloak myself?
You have to do a melee. If you're prismatic, you have to get like a melee damage. Grab that lance right there. To your right. It'll freeze stuff for a momentary. Just throw it at him. It should give you time.
There we go.
I'm back in one.
That's
okay, yep. Yep. Yeah, that diamond lance will give you the ability for it. It's kind of a lifesaver.
Nice.
He is a barrier champ. Not good.
I just don't know what like ability that is. Oh, I just got sniped. So it sniped me from up high. Skillful. I got by the jackal snipers, bro.
I got.
I'm using the Halo BR too.
Everything's goated. Trying not to get got right now, but holy, the Cabal.
Since I'm also underleveled for this, will that mean I get like godlike gear for it?
Yes. You'll get, well, just overall because it's a higher tier event. You'll get better gear from it.
Yeah. Oh. He one sliced me. Now he's slicing my body. That's disrespectful. Thank you.
We're almost there. Put him in shackles. I bet you ain't getting done. Oh, we got it. I don't know what's going on. Oh, I'm in shambles here. Just kidding. You have the champions done already.
Yeah.
Holy.
The horse desires further proof.
Says Zer got anything good this weekend?
Let me check real quick. Zer has.
Oh my god, I'm so dead. I'm so unbelievably dead.
He's got Thunderlord. If he doesn't have Thunderlord, Thunderlord's slap.
Oh my god! Yeah. It's all good. I'm up in 20. I ran into all of the enemies. Every single enemy ever. I'm up in 10.
Fresh out, bro. What is my headset doing?
I'm up in 5.
Yep. No, my headset my headset's been randomly shutting off lately, and even though I did a freaking software update, it's still doing it. It's driving me insane.
What do you use?
Corsair got the XP75s.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I've been lazy about it. I gotta get the new Virtuosos. But
I don't know much about them. I've been an Astros guy forever.
I was Astros. I went to Turtle Beach, and then I went to Corsair, and just always stuck to it. I enjoyed them.
Oh, I'm gonna die, son of a bitch!
You want this up real quick?
I'm good.
Lives I'll ever be. I'm out of here. Yeah, I think the not having the void is gonna be super detrimental on this. Yeah. No, it's not what I wanted. Oh crap! No. Kind of screwing us here. I'm dropping so many things. I'm grabbing the wrong stuff. Any abilities that I drop, like those diamond lances and the tether balls, those are huge.
Word. Whoa!
Oh, it doesn't shackle him? Oh shit.
Oh, whoops, I placed with that one.
No, you're good, you're good.
I didn't realize he was one shot.
I'm one shot, I'm dead. There, good. Oh, I'm coming. Ah, screwed myself. Yeah, Zur has Hawkmoon, Thunderlord, Crimson, and Merciless. Thunderlord is a huge pickup if whoever is asking about Zur doesn't have it.
There you go, Brandon.
So I'm using it right now. I just got the catalyst done for it finally after 17 years. Slap that on if I can. I can't. Not in this event. Oh, I just instant killed by the architects? I hate this game. There's no shot. Yeah, we're gonna have to kind of speed run this because we're on a time limit too.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I should have came in with a Void Fusion rifle. I didn't think about that. I kind of screwed us. What is theirs? Does it tell you? No, it does. Oh, they don't tell you anymore? Crap. I want to say you might be able. No, it doesn't tell you. Crap. If you do want to back out real quick and change your loadouts and stuff, that way I can probably do.
Bet.
Yeah, that might be a little helpful. I'm gonna have to swap to void stuff because there's gonna be a lot of this stuff has void, so I gotta change it and manage it.
So we should run void stuff.
Let me double check. Actually, I think you will probably be. Yeah, you'll be the only one that. When you go to expert, see what everything is like. What it because it's I want to say it's Hive, Cabal, and Fallen. I'll have to grab a Void Fusion Rifle, that way I can do some damage to the Void Shields. That's just a huge downfall of it.
You're talking about the contestants?
Yeah, Cabal, Taken, and Crota. Okay, yeah. Yep, okay, so Cabal, Taken, and Crota. So we'll have Void Shields. Taken will be a mix of Void and Arc. And then Crota is going to be Arc and Solar. So let me grab.
What should I do in my loadout? What kind of shit should I have?
Right now, I would say you're running Prismatic. Put on Tether. Tether's going to be huge for this.
Yeah,
I don't know if you have if you hover over your Prismatic and hit Y. I don't know if you have Prismatic or I don't know if you have the Tether or not. No, yeah, okay, so actually Stasis might be huge. Stasis will be a huge benefit. So if you throw in the Stasis, the Silence and Squall.
Word.
And then for your grenades, do... Yeah, because we're going to try and balance this. Do the Dusk Field, and then your throwable. Yeah, so the throwable, or your melee, do the smoke.
Wait, where is that?
The snare bomb, I mean.
Oh.
I'm used to just calling it smoke. Throw that on, and we should be able to run that. Yeah, that'll be good. What? Let me check this prismatic. Which one is it that does the regen? That's class ability. Go back to your prismatic real quick. Let's see if you have. Go down to your fragments. I don't know if you have the facet of balance yet.
I don't really have a lot.
Yeah. You don't have the facet of balance. The facet of balance, rapidly defeating targets with light base damage grants melee energy, which is huge for snare bomb. Yeah, so that'll be through campaign stuff. You'll get those as we get them unlocked.
Word.
So yeah, everything there is good for now. We'll run that. That'll hold us. Actually, under your aspects, do you have the stasis one yet, or no?
No, I just have the two that I have.
You just have the two that you have. Okay, that'll be fine. That'll be good. I'm just trying to think. Okay, I'm gonna have to swap this.
I should have what, void and arc stuff as far as my weapons.
Kinda, yeah. It's just tough because everything is just so balanced weird. Just with the enemies that we're fighting, they're just oddly balanced. So like I'm gonna have to try and I'm gonna run a void here because for me to run everything that I'm running, I'm trying to run arc, but I have to do void in the progress. process here. Boost all this range up. I need okay, everything's good. Increase the max size. I gotta put the catalyst on for this thing. Alright, we're good. Did you grab bounties at all by chance?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, okay. Sweet. Alright. Yeah, we're good. You run it back.
Alright. Damn, you were like that at the ship, Brandon? You were grinding? Also, yeah, whether we complete it or not, this probably got to be my last thing.
Be the last one. Yeah.
Welcome to tonight's Dares of Eternity, where reality is made up and your
That medieval drip.
I fuck with it.
Oh wow. That arc shit does not fuck around, man. It's just killer. Just try and leave. I got 10 seconds. He's got wall hacks, I can see through the floor. Oh my god, it spawned me all the way back here. What the hell is this?
What the fuck?
Oh yeah, that's gonna be freaking huge. Freeze, you bastard.
What does that do?
The dust field, it'll freeze them.
Same shit.
Yeah, it keeps them in place. That stuff is huge in a lot of these situations where you fight champions and stuff. Freezing them, or if you don't have like the stuff like to stun them, that stuff is huge for that. I'm just gonna have to try and run it for the
Oh. I exploded.
Oh, it does not shackle him. Don't do that to me.
I got one-shotted. Oh my god, I thought I died again. We're good. Oh my god. Thanks. Get the fuck out of here.
Ooh. They hit me with it, brother. Oh, that's what's hit me. Alright. You know what? You going for it.
Oh.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
Oh.
Oh my god, he fucking... Why does it throw a nade? He, like, does his shit. Alright, this will get him. Get tethered, idiot. Ooh. This boy at? Come here, boy. Yeah.
See you.
More foes pour into this realm at the behest of the ageless horse.
Bring on the dogs. They're angry. Oh, you eating my shit. Hell yeah. Oh, not good. I'm out of the special ammo. Just kidding. Oh, you bitch.
No, I got shot out of the fucking sky.
That didn't work as planned.
I got 5 seconds.
Alright. I was gonna try and get up there, but... Pick up the frickin' thing.
I'm fucking dead again. Fuck me.
Oh my god. Man, check my shit.
I got 5 seconds.
Yep. My brother is eating me. The woven mail, please, game. Oh no, we're running out of time. Not paying attention to that.
Wanna get shot out of the sky again, bro?
Oh.
I'm gonna die right behind you. I'm trying to throw before I do.
Yeah.
I
No, I died.
Jesus.
Yeah. Damn it. I wasn't paying attention at the time. Crap. Ooh. I don't know if Thunderlord might be the play here. It could be.
Alright, if we don't get it on this attempt, I gotta call it.
Yeah.
And we can give this another shot tomorrow or whenever.
Oh, it put us here, okay.
Yeah, I just realized. Thought we were gonna go all the way back to the beginning.
Yeah, I did too. Alright, so I'll drop all their shields if you want to grab those and go hit the Cabal that need the shield drop with the those things. Do that. That way it just gets their shields down.
Yeah.
I might die here. Yeah, so I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna drop shields and.
Oh, I got my ass eaten.
Really? Jeez.
Wow.
This freaking thing is eating itself. Got fucking one tapped like it was CS. Oh no, nope, I missed. I didn't drop his shields, but I did. The big yikers on my part. Oh, fuck.
I just dove headfirst off of that shit like goddamn. Oh my god. What was that movie called? Midsummer. I just dove off the fucking top of the shit like Midsummer, bro. I swear to God.
I actually did hit him. Sweet. Oh, he is checking my shit too. Holy fuck. The arc damage is just outrageous in this though. Oh, we gotta cook this motherfucker right now. Oh, he's almost dead. Cook him! Oh. 5 seconds to spare. Holy.
It is time for our
Yeah, and trying to get the heavy bonus on these is like super crucial.
Oh yeah.
Oh!
Shit.
I just got yeeted in the Narnia. Holy. I'm going back for it.
It's time for another spin of the
Oh my god, game. Come on. Trying to get this heavy that way I can at least try and get the not run out. Just taken, so I have a lot of alkali shields. We might have a couple arc shields, I want to say. Okay, got it. All right. Yeah, with Taken, this is going to be tough. The corner is going to be our best bet. Yeah, hold off in the corner over here.
Their wills are not their own. You face the Taken.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, they'll check you real quick.
Oh. I got hit with the fucking flame needler.
Oh, him redoing. Oh.
What the fuck?
Oh, I'm getting roasted right now. Oh, Emil, you are not doing your thing. Might die here. Yep, stay alive. Woo. Oh yeah, there's two wizards out there. Oh, there's a wizard pushing you. I got 10 seconds. Yeah, the wizards are the biggest thing that just absolutely just eat you alive here. Oh, there's one right in front of me. Oh, no.
Fuck.
Oh, that is not good.
Poke me sideways.
Why am I getting stuck right there? That's crazy. Oh, I did have to reload. I didn't get lightning off in time. Not good. This is kind of broken because, like, having the unlimited ammo, basically, like, as long as I'm doing lightning damage,
yeah,
it just replenishes the mag, so I can just sit here and just do this the whole time. I didn't get that. Yeah, it's just super broken with Heaven's Underlord. I love it.
Throw Paraversal Energy at Taken Light.
Yeah, it's basically just.
You got a Spark
Yeah,
Light as fuck. Or Sentinel Beam.
Yep. It's so broken. Stupid. Oh, I'm getting checked right now.
Dead.
Not good.
Oh, I'm dead. I'm dead. I got 25 seconds.
Oh, shit.
Run.
Go away. Go away.
I'm back.
Alright. Jesus. Leave him alone.
Oh, that's the strand shit. Whoops.
Alright, there's one more at the very end down here. I'm gonna go smack this asshole. Oh, we got friends down here.
Here I come.
Oh, I have to reload. Hell yeah, that Silence Squall shit's huge. That is like, if you're having constant super regen, that is like super crucial. I will, to the day I die, I will run Silence and Squall or Tether on my hunter.
Oh, I might die. I'm gonna die.
Oh.
I died in like the back left corner, but I just kept spawning. Oh, thank you.
We got 3 minutes. We gotta go murder this blight. Oh, this rat fuck's still alive? Get out of here. Alright.
Oh, what the hell? You just walked up to me and one hit me. You just bitch slapped me like it was World of War Zombies.
And a good old snarl, smack, smack. Dead.
I got 10 seconds.
Pick that shit up, damn game.
I got 5 seconds.
There we go. That one.
I'm alive. Nice.
Oh, alright, we can't get this wrong. Well, we still gotta do this round, but yeah.
It's the...
Definitely.
It's the Crota shit, right?
Yeah, it'll be Crota. But we have to... kill this rat fuck.
Oh, I'm already about to die. Holy fuck. Holy fuck. Holy fuck. I've been fucking pulverized. Nice. Nice.
The fire is what really fucking drives me insane with the Taken. Oh, he's freezing my bitch ass. Ugh.
He's one shot. Or his shields are down, whatever the fuck.
Going in. Going out. Hell yeah. Hell no.
They spawned at my buzzy.
I was like, yeah, we got this. Oh no.
He spawned at my buzzy. 15 seconds you're just gonna live. It's up to you.
Yeah, sure. Be as alive as I'll ever be. Actually, I can just do this. Got to doing fire damage or arc damage. Ooh! Ner. Oh, ner.
I burned to death, bro. Oh, I burned to death in the molly, man. Oh my god, what the hell?
Omega hit with this.
You rezzed me into fire.
Oh no, we're almost out of time. I
I'm
gotta cook this dude.
Pissed. 20 seconds. I don't even have time to come back.
I don't think I'm gonna cook this guy in time. He is. Oh, he got health back. No. I got the shield back. Damn it, brother. The constant spawn kill was kind of bad.
Dude,
I'm not gonna lie.
I was so pissed. This shit is criminal.
Bro.
What the fuck?
Man got hit with the spawn trap like 7 times.
What the fuck?
It's absolute criminal, brother. I'm sorry. That was bad.
It's all good. I gotta call it there, though.
Yeah, it's all good, man.
Holy fuck, that was crazy. But I am down, like I said, I'm down to give this another shot, like, tomorrow or the next day, whenever I'm on next.
Alright, yeah, I was gonna say, if your boy is gonna get on and get leveled up, we can run it with him, too.
Oh, yeah. Brandon, feel free to hop in on this shit with us.
Yeah, because it's 2 to 4, so having the 3 of us wouldn't be bad.
Yeah, definitely. Also, I don't think you need... that's not final shape, right?
That's not final shape now. So whatever he's got now, he should be able to run it.
Oh, dope. That would be...
It's just the spawn killing was criminal. I'm so sorry,
it was the
dude.
same thing twice. I could not believe it. Stick to my stomach, fam.
If he wants to add me, I can help get him caught up. Kind of get him some boosts. So can run it.
Oh yeah. Bro, that shit was funny. Damn it. Stick to my stomach, bro.
Zeri doesn't have any. He doesn't have good hunter gear, and that's the only problem too. That's what sucks. I was hoping he would have had something good for his gear, but he don't. He's got the Ophidia Strike or Space, which it's good for the Solar Hunter, but not what you need overall. That's one thing that's key in this too. Is just like I said, that I sent you the links for like the dim and the light GG stuff.
Yeah.
Light GG will tell you what curates you really need, or not really need, but like what you can get out of your weapons, like what all you have. That's a huge help with doing a lot of damage. Oh, he's got a friction fire. That's good. Oh, I'm gonna go hit up Zer. He's got a blast batoon and a freaking friction fire. That's really good.
Yeah, Brandon. I don't know shit about shit in this game.
You need to get Hunter mobility and Hunter recovery. The recovery is good for Hunter. Mobility is all right. Hunter. So that's the one thing about the the hidden attributes on characters. Hunters already get a mobility buff. Warlocks get an intellect, and Titans get a strength. But the more you have, the better. So leveling armor is key to, like, you have 40 mobility. Like if your hunter has like 60 mobility, you're good. Like my Titan has resilience. Like mine's 42, 70, 60, 60, 60, 60 kind of deal. Like it's in the 60s.
Word.
But the higher, the better. I need to remodel my armor and stuff like that too to kind of do shit, but.
Alright, well, GG's. I appreciate it.
Oh
We're
yeah.
gonna run it back and get that shit.
Yeah, we'll get it cooking.
Alright, much love, bro. I appreciate you playing.
Alright, man. I will catch you later.
Sounds good, brother. You have a good night.
Yeah, you too, man.
Good night, man. Yeah, I never got that deep into this shit. This is probably the deepest into it I've been, to be honest, Brandon. But yeah, it's gonna do it for me tonight, y'all. Appreciate y'all chilling. Fun stream tonight. Like I said, I'm not sure if we'll be back tomorrow or the next day. Or we'll at least be back tomorrow for sure for the tournament, but I'm not sure how much Destiny we'll end up playing, if any. Yeah, much love, y'all. Appreciate y'all. Y'all have a dope rest of y'all's night. And I will catch y'all right back here tomorrow. Gang, gang. Good night, everybody. Yeah.